Oh. Not a fam. You know, I should save this. Why? Because somebody's gonna ask you to do it, right? So I should save it. You know how bad I want to holler. Hey, I'm not checking. I haven't checked on the Dubs, but they were winning at the halftime. Is that still going? Oh, by the way, if you'll notice, we have our two. Okay, people are asking, hey, how come they're moderators? Remember, Jesus is my King 77 Rhodes Matheson. Jesus comes in every day and he says, "This is my chat." So we thought it'd be funny. Okay, let's just go ahead and make it his chat. But listen, Rhodes, Jesus. Okay, the trolls have reached out to me and asked permission to come back in. So listen, guys. Rhodes, Jesus, give them a chance to say something wrong. If they're going to argue in earnest and in good faith and not be rude, we can allow them to come in, okay? The fun part is, though, they're going to mess up. Guys, as soon as they mess up, pull out their big work boots and give them right up to you-know-what. It's fun to watch that, actually. And they're going to do it. It provides entertainment on the chat, actually. So let them in and wait for them to mess up. And then, boom! So there you go, Rudy. See, I'm a fair man. I like to think of myself as being harmonious with nature. A guy that puts up with the rats and roaches and can still live happily. Oh, hey, and by the way, let me remind you of travel etiquette as well. Racism will not be tolerated. Our guys know that you got to go for that. We can't let that go unchecked. All right. Hey! I love it. It's official. We are protected by Jesus. Every week. We got much more comedy than we're supposed to. We're supposed to be talking football. Oh, the laughs are getting outrageously out of control between now and next season. I got a feeling it's going to be a great season, fam. OTAs finish the second week. They're looking good. Let me just quickly go over that before I go to the phone. Let's start with G Money. The media is only allowed to watch for the first 20 minutes of practice during the season, and you know that. So this offseason has been the first time G Money has been witnessed. He's been as good as advertised, showing command of the offense, taking teammates aside, talking about different intricacies and ways to approach the defense. Between reps, he's also been making them Jimmy G throws. See, that's... This dude's going to be so large in the charge. Jimmy G's, what is he, going on 27? What's he going to be like in 3 years? He's already got this kind of maturity and leadership ability. Don't let him get a Super Bowl under his belt. And that's coming within the next 2 years. It may happen this year. I'm a little, wait a minute. Now, I know we're going to win a lot of games. I don't know if we're ready to go all the way to the top. I got to see who's in there this year. But, we can talk about that. This is the first offseason as Jimmy G's been the unquestioned leader. After years behind TB12, it seems clear he's embracing the leadership role that comes with that big payday. Jimmy got paid, didn't he? Play during the OTAs, this is the other concept that made me laugh. Play during OTAs doesn't translate to success during the season. When did we see that before? Remember last year, the Boyer boy, or should I say Boyer? I don't know why I keep calling him boy. The Hoyer boy, or the Hoyer child, came out, looked like, I heard nothing but good reports. Hoyer was the best football player in camp around this time last year. He was dropping dimes right and left, throwing over people's shoulders as they would stride, flying downfield. Little did we know that was a highlight of his year. That was going to be the end of that. So, but Jimmy G, we already seen him in action, so we know it ain't going to be no Hoyer-like finish to this dude's. Oh, here's the thing, fam. We can get optimistic. I get the... When I think about Jimmy G with the full knowledge of Kyle Shanahan's playbook, and Kyle sitting up in the booth, at some point I figured Kyle's going to say, all right, you guys are good down here. I'm going to go up in the booth so I can see the field clearly. And I'll be in communique with Jimmy through his helmet. It's like having, you know, those planes that fly overhead for surveillance before they get ready to destroy the enemy? That's like Kyle. Kyle stand up in the what do they call those planes? What's called surveillance? Surveillance plane, man. Kyle sitting up there watching the field, looking for the weak link, sends a signal down to Jimmy. Jimmy executes like a howitzer, sitting down, gives him the coordinates, gives him everything. Jimmy fires. Psst. That's a direct hit. Let's move on. Oh, teams have no idea what's coming. And a lot of 49er fans don't have this. We still got guys that are crying about, we don't have a number one wide receiver. Let me go to Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick is possibly the most competitive position on the field right now. Oh, 11 players are trying out for 5 or 6 spots on the roster. Bourne is developing and taking advantage of what happened last season. Oh, the dude has been bringing it so far, man. You know why? Because that chemistry him and Jimmy G built up toward the end of the last season with Jimmy throwing through windows about that wide, Bourne coming through there just enough between them to fit. Boom! Bam! How many? Oh, man, the dude, Bourne, I'm a huge Bourne fan. He started to switch practice by catching a deep ball up the right sideline. Unfortunately, it was over Jimmy Ward. Okay, I'm going to leave that right there. He performed well in the red zone drills. He caught a touchdown on a slant route. But we don't have any red zone. We don't have any red zone drill. What are we going to do? See, people need to wait and let these things develop, okay? They don't know each other that well. They know the playbook. All of a sudden, Bourne is just killing it. And he ain't the only one, because I heard Selleck was doing the same thing the other day. They ain't got no pads on yet. They ain't no mark. I mean, hey. First of all, know what you're doing, and then let's see, okay? KB doesn't have great speed, though, but his quickness in and out of the breaks is impressive. Kyle Shanahan is liking what he sees in the sequel, The Bourne Supremacy. Oh, I do like me some Kendrick. But Kendrick, I know you. We follow each other. Kendrick, I know you watching, man. You know what I'm talking about. 6'1", KB offers a team the size and the position that so many are still crying about. The roster locks and wideout appear to be Pierre Garçon, Marquise Goodwin, Trent Taylor, Dante Pettis. Kendrick is in the mix to round out the group where he'll compete with Aldrick Robinson, Richie James, Aaron Burbridge, Victor Bolden Jr., Stephen Dunbar, and Max McCaffrey. What I'm hoping now is Kendrick is going to beat all them dudes. I just hope that they allow for one more player. I mean, just one more. Can we please? We got to set up a petition. Coach, can we please have Richie James? If nobody else, please let's have Richie James. Fred Warner. Let me talk about Fred for a minute before we go to the phones. I am so delighted. You know, Fred Warner, he's got the athleticism what you need, right? He's a coverage guy, has that ability. Makes him an ideal prospect to play the will linebacker, right? But, check it. Reports coming out of camp says, if you go call him Will, you can, but his middle name is Mike. The dude stands there, diagnoses plays. He's ready to shoot the gaps. He knows where the run's coming. He's ready to roll and take charge. Are you ready? Got to do it. Yabba-dabba-doo, Fred. Don't call him Flintstone, though. The boy is bad, man. I'm telling you. Because of the way offenses are played in college, Robert Sala's delighted with what he does. He's quoted saying, because of the way offenses are played in college, you really never get to see him go through keys and feel the gaps, feel the run game, and go through process of what we all ask our linebackers to go through. Early on, he showed really good heavy hands, which is a great, pleasant surprise. Fred, you come running down through here, I ain't going back in coverage. I'm going to take you out. Fred Warner, Reuben Foster. Do you realize what kind of tandem we may have here? They may tell the defensive front, Y'all sit down and let's play, man. We're going to take this. Woo! All I say is now, Fred will start with the second. He's working with the second unit now. But they say if Reuben does have to go through punishment for the first couple of games or whatever amount of time that Roger Goodell sees fit, Fred Warner, he could be the guy to get the nod to start at the mic over Brock Coyle and Corey Toomer. He's looking just that good. Fam, hey, let me say right now before we go to the phone, we can talk about the rest. Richard Sherman and Matt Brady. We can talk because you know they're doing good, man. If you call in and you think you have the wrong PIN number, please don't. You do. We would not put the wrong numbers in there. Everything is right. What you do is just try calling over a couple of times. And I'm sorry to put you through that. We're trying to work on this glitch, but you may have to call over a couple of times. And the PIN number's fine. Just do it and do it again, and we'll get you sooner or later. All right. Let me lay this disclaimer out there right now. So, in case there's any legal people watching right now, I am going to go down on record as saying the views and opinions of the guests on Ronbo Sports do not necessarily reflect those of Ronbo Sports. This channel seeks to provide a platform and venue for all members of the Niner Empire while promoting free and unabridged dialogue for those that have something they want to address and reach out towards the greatest fan base in the world, Niner! Got to get that out there. Ooh. Jesus is my king. He said, I'm going to go ahead and start the donations tonight. Thank you, Jesus. No, I told you the reason why. I know what you're thinking. Somebody already brought it up. No, we just decided to adopt him since he says this is his chat. So it is his chat. Hey, really good repent. Check out the jersey. He's wearing the big 8-0. Repent. Come on in, man. Let's talk small.
Right, man.
How you feeling,
Thanks
baby?
for having me. Oh, man, I'm doing great, man. I see the Warriors, last time I checked, they got a 13-point lead. So, game 2 is looking real good. So,
see, repent. What you should do is, because from where you're sitting, I can see right now, all you need is extension cord and maybe a smaller TV, and you can sit out there and get the barbecue pit going on. Wait, but do you barbecue meat still? Because I know you're really a guy that watches what he eats.
Yeah, no, I gotta be careful, man. Watch what I eat. So
yeah, no barbecue meats. Well, you can bring out a sandwich of your choice.
Yeah,
and maybe that green drink you do.
It's getting hot out here. It's getting in the hundreds right now. So it's kind of cooled down right now, but it's,
early evening.
As soon as we're done.
Yeah,
I'll definitely get back and get on this Warriors game. But I mean, hey man, I'll tell you, I love everything I'm hearing about Fred Warner, about Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne. I saw a lot of good things about him last year. He made some really good catches. He showed some speed on the field, going upfield. So I'm excited to see him. The only thing that not that I question, but I wonder what's going to happen is, how many targets would he receive behind Garcon, behind Goodwin, and now you're looking at Pettis and Taylor. So, Bourne's going to really have to, step it up on the field if he's going to want those targets. So
that's true. But Aldrick Robinson, Aldrick Robinson had some plays last year. I got a feeling he'll take over that kind of role because I got a feeling he's going to beat Aldrick out, right? So he comes in, he's the new Aldrick Robinson. Got to watch Richie James. The other guys have already got assignments. They're going to be doing things all game long. He's that other guy. Exactly.
Got you. Now, what I'm really excited, Ronbo, to hear about is about Solomon Thomas, man. This guy, put on weight. He is understanding what he's doing. He's got the support of the coaches, support of his peers, and it sounds like this guy's ready to go. And Ronbo, if he's going to call a chain reaction, man, a domino effect.
I like that thinking.
I tell you right now, if the Niners have a threatening pass rush, which sounds crazy to say now, right? I
Kinda,
mean,
because we've not seen it in such a long time.
this is gonna really put the Niners on the map. It's gonna be so difficult for for opposing teams to keep up with the Niners. Are you kidding me? You know, they're gonna have to be one dimensional. And man, if that pass rush is as lethal as it could possibly be, man, it's gonna get ugly, man. So I'm really excited about that. And one of the things I wanted to mention, man, as a Niner fan, I haven't been this excited about the Niners going into a season and having such high expectations. You know,
Okay.
the Eagles, for example, went 7-9, which is one win better than the Niners, to go on and win the championship.
Hey,
Now,
that's true.
I will give the Eagles the credit that they, they had a really good defense. So the Niners during the process of getting that defense together. And I'm telling you, man, if Sherman can get on that field, and you're talking about Solomon Thomas is going to have a breakout year, man. We're going to be up there, Ronbo.
I tell you, and watch out for my boy Cassius coming off the edge. I got a feeling. I penciled him in. I think it's going to be him coming off the edge. That dude is a savage, man. This year, I got a feeling he is going to do some work.
Oh man, and that's, you got so many guys looking to prove themselves, man. So I'm excited, about March 2. And before I go, Rob, I wanted to make this point about, as a Niner fan, even when we had Patrick Willis and Bowman and on the field together, and we had Alex Smith, with playing good football, I still wasn't confident in saying that we can go to the Super Bowl, let alone the NFC Championship. Even with Kaepernick, playing in that great defense, I still was a little hesitant about really feeling confident that we can make it to the Super Bowl. But with Garropolo, man,
there's something about him. Right? And
there's something about it. There's no limitations, and if that defense steps up and becomes a pass. It has a threatening pass rush and has a lockdown secondary. I mean, come on now, Ronbo. That's the recipe for a Super Bowl, man. So, man. So, man. I just want to put it out there, man. I'm excited, man. Like I said, it's hard to remember the last time, going into a season that the 49ers had.
And you got every right to. It's looking good, fam. Yeah. Tell you what, you go ahead and catch the rest of that game. Get out of that heat. And I'll tell you what, we'll be back tomorrow. Ain't going to be no game. And we can do it again. Man. Yeah.
All right, Ronbo. You guys have a good night, man. Shout out to the Hit Squad and my brothers and sisters in Christ, man.
Hey, there you go. I love it. Hey, Reuben. Have a good night, fam.
All right, man. You too, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, what Penn talks about, as far as the defensive rush goes, look out this year, because as our man in Virginia, Raymond, was pointing out, he really made me realize something. It has a lot to do with that quarterback looking downfield and seeing all his receivers open. That ain't gonna be the case this year. let me just real quickly, because I get such a kick. Richard Sherman. This dude, Richard's out there, he's been, he's limited conditioning and rehab work on the side. But they say Rich is like, he's unquestionably the loudest player on defense. And you knew that, right? So he will be the emotional leader. For people who get to actually work with him on a daily basis, you really actually understand who he is and where he comes from. And when he does speak, according to Salah, he's a tremendous leader. He's got tremendous knowledge of football, and especially this system. He's pulling people to the side. I mean, Rich runs out on the field unauthorized. Hey, come here, man. Come here. I told you. Look where you at. Look where he is. And what angle did I tell you to take? Come on now. I'm going to stand right here and watch. Can you see it? You're under pressure working with Rich, and you got to get better. Because they say in the classroom, I mean, Hafley he has to slow it down. And Rich will stand up and interpret in English. Halfway sitting there talking football terms, and Rich will get up and say, all right, what he's basically saying is this. And the defense is going to be so ready this year's going to be ridiculous. Oh. Should I go up here? Hey, 575. Hey, let me pronounce that. Las Cruces. Las Cruces, New Mexico. Am I right on that? Yellow. You lost them. Las Cruces. We lost Las Cruces. Okay. Let's go to Travis Merlot real quick. He says, do you think Jimmy G will sign my jersey and mail it back? Travis, did you make a mistake? Yeah, it seems Kwaski T is signing jerseys and signing back. Jimmy G has he said that? Well, I see what you're saying though. If you do, when you do get your jersey, can you mail it? Send it to him, mail it back. I see it. Hey, do it. You could be the guinea pig. If it works for you, everybody's going to be sitting. Jimmy's got to have a crew. Probably teach him how to sign his name. Because he ain't going to sit there and sign millions of jerseys. K-Master Guy, man. Love you back. So, it becomes a mess. So it's just, I mailed the same P.O. box and wrote to Jimmy G. I wonder if Kloski T must be upset about that. All right. Okay. Can we go to the next phone call, please? All right. Let's go get Travis.
Ronbo.
Yo, Travis. Man, Travis, that's pretty funny, man. I got a kick out of your effort.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, good.
That wasn't me. No, I thought you were calling me on the line, and I was like, and then I listened, and I was like, what's he talking about? I didn't say anything like that.
Hey, Travis, this is not the first time you called it, and I thought you were Travis Merlock. Okay. Sorry about that. You're not the guy that sent that jersey. And Tukoski T's got this thing going on with the jersey right now where you send him the jersey, he signs it and sends it back to you. So Trevor Merlot says he's sending his Jimmy G jersey to Kwaski. And Kwaski might be a nice kind of a guy that takes it over. Hey, got one for you, man. I'll take care of it. Go ahead and sign it. I don't know if it's going to work very long, though. But Travis, what's going on today, man?
Oh, man, just listening to your show, man. Loving it. And just wanted to talk a little bit of Niner football. That's all.
Cool.
What's been going on? What's the latest news?
Well, the OTAs, as you know, ends. And we got some standouts in practice so far. Jimmy G, of course. I mean, that's as advertised. I mean, nothing else could be from him but good. Kendrick Bourne's coming through looking good because of the rapport they developed at the end of last season. Also, Fred Warner. Travis, Fred Warner is looking like he could play the mic. With his ability to cover, if he has on-ball skills, man, we got away with the steal in this draft. Because that means
Jan,
they can interchangeable. What do you realize? If you're you put Reuben on one play, you could put Reuben at the mic. On another play, you could put Fred. On the passing downs, Fred goes to the mic. Let Reuben be on ball. Oh man, there's so many. The options are endless. We still got Malcolm Smith. Oh my God, it's looking good.
My girlfriend's gonna kill you because I'm about to finish before we even get started. You get me excited. I love it. This Fred Warner thing, man. That is so fucking awesome. Like,
it is.
I'm looking at Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman all over again, but in Kyle Shanahan's scheme and Robert Saleh's scheme. Oh man, that is sweet. And hey, I just want to say this. That I thought it was funny because somebody told me earlier that Morgan Freeman is about as guilty as Reuben Foster. So we're just going to throw that out there. Nothing to do with Niner football. But.
Yeah, I got to think about that for a minute, though, because Morgan actually, I think, probably did do those things. He was accused.
You think he did?
I don't know, because he's not denying it. I thought he apologized or something like that. Did he deny it?
I think they all apologize, though, all those celebrities, don't they?
You have to.
Like, I'm sorry. They call it the casting couch. I don't know. But
Reuben's girl went ahead and told the truth, so it's okay with him. So I don't know how they make that comparison, but it's kind of funny. Man, Hollywood was a bad place years ago.
Hey, listen, Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm.
he's going to have a hard time this season. I know it. I know he's going to have a hard time with our Niners because everybody on our team right now, front seven, everybody is just going to rush the shit out of this dude. Like, he's not getting through. He's not. I watched tape on it. I watched him come through like a bully, and we just got better. And Salah's just coming through with the technique, all gas, no brakes. It's on, man. I really do not believe that the Rams are going to take us. I think that the media
I agree.
is like sold on the Rams. I think they're like, oh, this is the team, you know, like it's all Hollywood and it's all bullshit. All bullshit, man. We got them. We're going to take it. We're going all the way.
Travis, they got some
holes.
What's
the goal, Ronbo?
They've got some holes,
What's the goal?
Travis. They don't want to talk about their holes. They talk about their strengths all the time, but we know about those holes. You're going to have trouble dealing with the 49ers as it is, but if you don't have a good rush coming off the side, off the edges, and you have no linebacking crew, you're going to get exploited by Kyle all day long. That's all he wants to see is where's the weak links. They got two. That's going to hurt him.
You're damn right. And what is the goal? Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We're going for it. We are going for it. And I don't think the Rams are going to be able to stop us one bit. I watched the video today.
Yeah.
It was called The Edge. I don't know if any of the listeners have watched this guy's thing on YouTube, but it put the Texans quarterback against Garropolo. And they did all kinds of different little studies on it, and they basically came out and said that what's it, Deshaun? Yeah. Deshaun Watson. That this dude has the edge when it comes to the two quarterbacks, and everything they said, they had no idea how we beefed up the guy that was doing the show had no idea what we beefed up. And it was just comical to me because it was like, oh, you have no idea. You have no idea what Jimmy G's about to do, man.
Yeah.
No way. Todd Gurley, you ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry. Reuben Foster, he's going to track your ass down, beat you to the ground. I watched tape on Todd Gurley, and that the third game last season, prime example. I watched everything that Todd Gurley did to us. He's not going to be able to pull that off again.
Nah.
No fucking way, man.
This is why we should have went 7-9 too. We had that game, and the referee found a way to give it to the Rams. We had that game, you know, but because you had a tired Bowman that night, Gurley just, I don't know how many yards. What do you have, 150 total yards or something crazy? You know he's not going to get no 150 yards. If Reuben's there, he does not get 150 yards. I would bet any amount on that. No way. So
think about it. With Fred Warner, and most of those yards in that third game came from passing. If you watch the tape, and you watch the tape from that game, Gurley was catching passes on the side, like little pitch
right
outs.
And left. Yeah.
Yep. He's not going to be able to pull that off. Fred Warner, Reuben Foster.
Yeah.
No, it's not happening. Yeah. And a breakout season from Solomon Thomas. I'm sorry. It's all Niners. It's all Niners.
Hey, how much do you think Solly Thomas weighs right now? This is the thing that's going around now that's making me laugh on social media. Everybody's saying Solomon Thomas looks like he weighs about 260, 270, or 250 because he was standing next to Corey Toomer, whom everybody knows only weighs about 250 pounds because he's undersized. What do you think?
Oh, God. You know what? I couldn't guess, but I can tell you this.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of Reuben Foster recently, and dude is beast. Like beefed up from last season.
Didn't Foster look big?
You can see it in his face.
Everything looks huge. I know, right? Yeah.
Yep. Oh, he's a monster.
Solomon,
he's
I'm
getting
a note now. I read on the 49ers.com website, they said he weighs 280. It seems Thomas is telling people he weighs 280. Could that be like 5% body fat because he looks so big? Because you know how muscle's heavier, but it takes up less space. Maybe that is just rock. These guys carrying around rock. So it looks smaller, but is heavier.
Let's just hope that his creatine isn't contaminated. That's all I care about right now.
Oh, yeah. Because if you look too powerful and fast, they'll call you in for testing. We found some ingredients that are not on our list of products that you're able to do legally. What? You're suspended?
Damn right.
No! See,
hey, week one, Ronbo. that's the last thing I'm going to say. Week 1, we're going into Minnesota. We're going to take them out,
There you
and
go.
that's a guarantee from Niner fam right here, coming out of PA.
Yeah.
I'm telling everybody right now, we're taking them out. You're going to watch Jared McKinney go home for the first time and go off.
There you go,
And
Travis.
just a big shout out to you, Ronbo.
Thanks, Travis.
Big shout out to the Niner Empire.
Yeah. Have a great night, Travis.
And Yamin, I'm hoping to hear from Yamin. I love you all. You guys have a great night.
You too. And we go to.
All right, brother. Later.
Hey, good night, Travis. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. He says, I got 5 on it. Please make some Ronbo's horse gear. I keep hearing that. Guys, I may be pushed into doing that. Let us go now to C. Okay. Taka Hawk Jr. Go Niners! Brandon, yes. Did you notice that, Brandon? Yeah. Brandon Rogers, I just gave Brandon that holler too. Carney Coes Pettis is taking someone's job. Mark my words. Vlad Bryant, I got Kendrick's. Oh, Vlad Bryant, you got Kendrick's autograph? Go. Rafa Gum 16-0. Tongan Man 78. Fred Warner is going to be very, very nice this year. Yeah. And whoa, Angel Cortez, I heard Fred Warner is being a leader out there, reading offenses. Yep, you heard right, man. Travis Millant is Tart a Kirk Cousins type story, was drafted later behind Reed and Ward. Isn't that an amazing comparison? And Tyler Ledbetter, I told you Foster and Fred is F-bombs! Ah! Yeah, man, the Hulkmaster is always brilliant. The F-bomb. That's, you know what, once those two get together, that's what it's going to be, ain't it? And it's now go to C M Punk. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, what is your first? And now, what's that name? A cult of personality. What's the name of that group again? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Look in my eyes and you will see. Where's CM Punk? The cult of personality. No Punk. All right. Oh, God, nobody's got thrown out yet, I guess. How's that game going, by the way, guys? All right. And Jim Thomas, want to say hello. He says, I'm going to try to go to the 49ers versus Minnie game. You go, Jimmy. True. Who's going to the 49er Raider game now? The game is going to be savage, and you know this. Anthony Baker says, it looks like as long as we had blank for quarterbacks like blank in playoffs, they love us. But when we get Jimmy D, they're hating. Hey, it's James time. Come on in, James.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ronbo. Good evening to you, sir.
Yeah,
good evening
thanks,
to the
James.
Niner Empire.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here taking it all in. I mean, repent to Jesus. Bless that brother, serving God. And I'm the same way. I serve God to the fullest. And
Awesome.
I'm thankful. And at the same time, the last caller, I mean, I'm going to say it just like this. I said this before on the show. In 94, when they brought the addition of Deion Sanders to the Niners, we were a good team. But that addition of Deion Sanders put us over the top where, Ronbo, we had a season that was 13-3. We could have been 15-1, but it was 2 games. One game, Merton Hanks had a penalty or 2 that put the other team in field goal range. But still,
pass interference,
we went to the Super Bowl, right? We went to the Super Bowl. We beat the San Diego Chargers 55-26. That's what the Niners did.
Yeah,
and I'm going to tell you just like this.
Yeah.
I had that feeling then, and that feeling has amassed in me again. Okay? And what I'm seeing, let me tell you something. Most teams, when they win big in a game, you know what most people say about them and their coaches? One of the grand statements that they put to the media is like, well, we went into this week, we had a super great week of practice. Now you've got a quarterback like Jimmy G, even though it's OTAs, it's 11 on 11, there's no pads on. But he's out there, he's lighting it up right now in OTAs. And let's not forget how he looked with those 5 games last year. Every time he got a chance to learn another 5, maybe 10 plays, he took it to a whole nother level against teams. They said Jacksonville was the number 1 defense in the league. And what did we do to Jacksonville every time they blitzed us, bro?
Tore him up.
Jimmy G tore him up. He had them standing there scratching their heads, looking at each other like, man, we need to ask them, could they start this game over? Because you see the way this guy playing us? You
fighting on the sideline. And James, you remember Malik over there fighting? Was that
Malik Jackson?
Malik Jackson. I forgot who said the wrong thing to him.
AJ Bowie and Yannick and Yanuka and Dagway. Okay? They was fighting with each other because they couldn't figure out how is this guy carving them up like this. You're the number 1 defense, and he's making you look like you're some kids that are in high school that really just got passed from the 8th grade into high school because they needed to move on because you're not really educationally that inept to understand the game. And look at what he did to Tennessee. Tennessee had the 3rd ranked defense in the league. He didn't know enough plays to really, he hadn't caught the groove of things, but now, let me tell you something, man. I am sticking to my guns about the bottom line is this is 2 games I'm definitely seeing. Home field advantage with like 14-2, possibly 15-1. Is sitting there with home field advantage, knowing that we got 1 game to get to the big dance. Okay? Now, at the same time, they didn't go out and draft no pass rushers, but they drafted players that fit the scheme, what we do right now. And I'm going to tell you something. Defense does win championships, but you have a better defense when you've got a bunch of players that you can rotate in and rotate out of the game. That's what makes the defense good. You got your starting 7, your front 4 D linemen, your 3 linebackers. Well, you rotate those front 4 out and you bring in maybe 4 other guys. You take that edge rusher out and you bring in the next edge rusher. Now you're really hammering against that offense. And then it's like we got a double defense on the field because to me, we have an offense that's ready to compete. If you think it's a joke, I could see Jimmy G averaging like 38 points a game, man. I'm dead serious with no problems.
Really, especially first 6 or 7 games. Really, I agree.
The way he beat the Jaguars and even the Titans, and then what he did to the Rams. The Rams said they sat their first unit. Well, they should have played them because they didn't show up in the playoffs the following week. Maybe they were still asleep and, had took an extended break off and didn't realize how important the playoffs were. But at the end of the day, this team right now, let's just pray for no injuries and they can continue to grow and get better because sky is the limit for them right now. The additions of Fred Warner, Reuben Foster, and Malcolm Smith. I'm waiting for that Rams game to see Todd Gurley think he can do what he did to Navarro Bowman. Because guess what? He's going to be tapping that helmet like, hey, man, y'all got to let me – wait a minute now. Get that blue tint up because all I see is a bunch of numbers in my eyes. One's a 5 and one's a 6. And then it's just like something splattered, and I can't see too good. Yeah, man. Because
they have some new plays. That swing pass out to Gurley is go get him killed. Seriously.
That swing pass, what he did to Navarro with bad knees, He made Lamar look bad. Well, I hope they got to package it in place for when we play him. Because guess what? It's a new regime in town, and he's gonna find out about it. So
And
I
ain't
look
gonna
at
be
it like
tired,
this.
bad
No,
knees, and 29.
no. Well, he might be coming out the game early, but not because he's put up some amazing stats. It might be that he's just wanting to come out the game because it's a little too violent for him at that time, playing the San Francisco 49ers with 56 and Fred Warner and then 51. Man, listen, I pray for him, okay? And the Bible says pray for your enemies, and I'm going to pray for him because he's going to need it, bro. And everybody else in the league, bro.
I tell you. James, let's stop there.
Sir.
And I tell you, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, fam.
Yes, sir, brother. Niner Empire, Niner for life. Fans, just get in the groove because I can tell you now it's coming. I'm not feeling this feeling for nothing, and I do believe Niner Empire, Niner for life. Have a great evening, man.
Dude, James, appreciate you, fam.
Yes, sir.
It's funny, because I haven't got my system here. What's the score? The Warriors, have they won that game yet?
122 to 93.
Warriors?
122 to 103.
Warriors, I assume.
Yeah. 2-0. Got beat them by actually 17 points.
I knew it was going to get embarrassing. Thanks, James.
19 points. I'm sorry. 19 points.
Well, no matter. It's too many. It's ridiculous.
It's too many. It's too many.
Yeah. All right, James. Let me get on over here to. Should I run through this real quick? Daniel Andre, Eric Armstead, 14 sacks. Richard Sherman, 10 INTs. Witherspoon, 7 INTs. Garcon, 12 TDs. Goodwin, ooh. See, you're thinking like me. Goodwin's going to go nuts this year. I got a feeling they're going to say, well, we've got film on him now. No, it doesn't help to have film on a bullet, okay? There's nothing you can do to stop a bullet. I'm waiting for that. 15 TDs for Goodwin. McKinnon, 18 total TDs. Jimmy, 35 TDs. 5 INTs, 4,500 yards. Jim Thomas, I'm here and working in the oil field. Whoa. September 9th, I will be at the game. Jim Thomas, are you out in the... All right, man. Yeah. Rod Turner, the 2018-2019 49ers will have one of the best offenses and stingiest defenses of all time. Mark my words. And Game Master Garrett, man, I tell you, man, I'm loving you back, man. Oh. It's Nighthawk. The Hawk Flyer.
What's up, Rambo? What's going on?
Hawk, you, man. Hawk, we made some discoveries this week, man. You already know Jimmy G's going to be a fiend. Kendrick Bourne is looking awfully good. 6'1", and lots of fun. And then Fred Warner, Nighthawk. We got a linebacker. I mean, we got a legit, serious, defensive, possibly big-time threat. Going to be playing next to an already big-time threat. Nighthawk, we are looking good at the linebacker spot. Whew. Get him out. 49ers is hot. Nighthawk, what are you thinking, man?
Man, like I said, like James said, we beat the crap out of the Jag defense.
Yep. People got to take that seriously. The Jags ain't no joke. You know, they just ain't. That's a tough team.
Yeah, because they were talking about, like, last year, they were talking about, oh, there's a Jag. Oh, they got the number one defense. What happened? Jimmy just fucked the defense up.
He toyed with him at one point. Toyed with them, Nighthawk. Passes all over the field. The Jags didn't know what was going to hit him. And I'll never forget, Marquise Goodwin, the Jag defenders were like trying to keep a hand between them and Marquise as they was watching him because they don't want him to dart off to the left or right, so they want to be able to
but they got in a fight. They got in a fight because they don't know what to do.
So, Boye and Malik Jackson. Boye said, if you put some pressure up front, we wouldn't have that kind of trouble back here. Hey, who you talking to, man? You get your little butt smoked. It's my fault. Bam, 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 bam.
But when he played against Texas, he fucked Texas up too.
You did, but you know what? I do not like that defense of Texas. If next time we see Texas, I hope it's nothing but in the Super Bowl. I do not like fooling with them people, man. And that defense is going to be full strength this year for the first few weeks. I feel sorry for any team that plays. Whew, the Texans, damn. That's everybody's home. They're scary.
People talking shit about Jag got number one defense. What they had to prove to you? They beat the Jag.
Tell you, the Texans, if their defense is back, they'll beat the Jags. Oh, they'll beat the Jags bad, too. Whew, man.
I'm telling you, man, they were talking shit. Now they're talking about 5 games of luck. I ain't seen no luck.
Ain't nobody, you can't get lucky 5 times. That's just stupid. I don't care who you playing. You can't get lucky. Well, you could beat the Rams 5 times. It don't take no luck there either. Because hey, Rams, resting people for what?
About the Rams. Fuck the Rams.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this season. I really can't wait to see that offense.
Seattle got a sneak peek too last year.
Who?
Seattle got a sneak peek too.
Oh, Seattle. But like everybody says, Nighthawk, we need to be scared. Because if you have Russell Wilson, you're always in the game. Even if he's playing with Seattle High School, they can still win.
Okay, Wilson's a good quarterback. I got to give to him. He's a good quarterback. But he's only one man.
That's right. That's what I'm trying to tell people, man. Making Russell Wilson they're making him bigger than Montana and Unitas and everybody else combined.
I got to give to him. He got skills. But, like I said, we're going to fuck him up.
Yeah. Yeah, they better do something about that offensive line this year because where's the 49ers fell down against offensive lines last year.
Last year, when he got in the playoffs, he didn't get there. His defense helped him get there.
You mean the year before last? Yeah. No, it's been that way every year for them. That's why Richard Sherman used to remind him all the time and some other people on the defense. Richard Sherman's cut loose about some things they said to Russell Wilson. And that's Pete Carroll too.
That's why you see him in the playoffs. Every time he make the playoffs, they end up being in the playoffs.
I mean, if the defense gives you the ball all day, I mean, you ought to be able to do something. I mean, also the other defense is getting tired because their offense is sitting down every 5 minutes. I mean, life gets a lot easier when that defense is a little bit tired too.
Someone's right. Someone said he's the one who helped your ass got up there.
Glad he told him to. I enjoyed that.
And we got something now. It's the other side of the shoes now. We got something now.
Oh, we got so much, Nighthawk. I'm telling you, man, the thing is, Nighthawk, we got a revived team that believes in themselves, too. You can't. Jerick McKinnon is reflecting everybody's thought on that team. They're thinking Super Bowl. So Chris Carter, Eric Mangini, anybody else?
Better Marshall. But you know what? Fuck Better Marshall.
You know, we don't need him. He wouldn't go help none. Brandon didn't help New York Giants, and they had a good team. I mean, you got Odell Beckham Jr. on the other side. You're supposed to dominate. So, but I understand.
Like I said, we're going to beat the shit out the Rams, Cardinals, Seattle. We're going to fuck everybody out. We're going to
Now, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, fam. Looking for you too.
Okay, go Niners. Nighthawk is out.
Yeah. Joey Mahoney flashes up a tweet. It says, here you go. You got to give me your opinion about this on the air. T.O. wants to come back with the 49ers. It says Terrell Owens tweets to John Lynch, hinting he wants a contract offer. Can you imagine? Who's that on the phone? Let me. I'm gonna get more opinions than mine on this. This is hilarious. Is it CM? It's C M beep beep. Look in my eyes and you will see a cult of personality. I know you anger. I know you. Hey, I got to learn that second verse because I do like that tune. It goes back a while, though, you know? It's kind of hard to remember those words. The cult of Tyler! Tyler?
Okay, so I'm a little mad.
How come?
The NFL posted who are your top 5 QBs, right?
Yeah.
People are saying, how come Jimmy G is on here and Dak Prescott and Eli Manning aren't? And all that bull crap and a bunch of other garbage quarterbacks. And I'm just like, okay, just because Eli's won 2 Super Bowls doesn't mean that he's privileged. He's not good now.
Yeah.
And Dak Prescott needs a great run game. Jimmy had below average run game. He had he had a weaker defense than normal defenses would be. That's not going to be the case next year, I don't think. And then he had no protection. So don't even go that Prescott has top 3 O-line. Great run game whenever Zeke's there.
Hey, Tyler,
Don't go there.
Let me get one thing straight. Jimmy G is put within the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL?
He's my number 1. You know
what I mean? Where'd they list him?
No. The NFL said comment your top 5 quarterbacks, and it had a list of like 20 quarterbacks.
Oh, okay.
Or like 15 quarterbacks, and it said you got to choose between those or whatever.
Yeah.
People
Jimmy
were
was
commenting saying, how come Jimmy...
Oh, you said how come Jimmy wasn't in that 15?
No, Jimmy was on there.
Oh, okay.
But fans were commenting saying, how come Dak Prescott isn't on here, but Jimmy G is? And how come Eli Manning's not on there, but Jimmy G is? They're like,
embrace.
How come...
Enjoy it.
Yeah,
enjoy that
they
stuff.
were saying all that.
And I got to find that page. I got to get in there and get in on that. But listen, enjoy this year because all those fans that are crying and complaining about the Jimmy G attention, it'll be explained to them thoroughly in a little while. Ooh, let me get your opinion on this real quick, though, because I love this. Terrell Owens wants to come back and play for the 49ers. Tyler, would you sign Terrell Owens back to the 49ers?
I'd give him a tryout, see what he looks like. See, if I'm Kyle, I want to see if he fits my system.
No, really, seriously. If he's healthy, I would find a way to put him on the roster. I'll put him in as a Terrell. I mean, you know what? Every now and then you're going to go on defense. I'm going to put you in with the fullbacks. What? I just want a roster spot.
What I would do is I would sit him down and say, okay, you said you don't want to be put in the Hall of Fame as a 49er. If we sign you, 1, you got to go in as a 49er, and 2, you got to be put on the Madden 18 Hall of Fame edition as a 49er and not a Cowboy.
I like that, Tyler. That's brilliant stuff. Make him stop saying how bad he does. Because all this goes down to the year he left and some things went on between him and Gooch. But you know what? Mooch. The thing is, he'd be the ultimate red zone threat. People always talk about, we need to come in the red zone. No, this guy I trust in the red zone. So go ahead. Sign him up just for the red zone. Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah, but
in shape.
I think now is just not the right time, honestly, because we bring him that system, man.
Yeah.
Now
it's gonna be tough.
The guys have already gotten into it.
Yeah, it's tough to learn. It's not easy to digest that book. True.
I think Fred Warner's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, you know what? Not only Fred Warner, man. I'm talking him and Malcolm Smith's got to be feeling some pressure. Last year, he felt the pressure of Reuben coming to the team. Now, this year, there's Fred Warner. Malcolm's probably thinking, how come you guys got to keep drafting linebackers? Fred's running with the second team right now, but that could change. Here's the thing, Tyler.
Come on now.
And I'm telling you right now, if Reuben gets suspended, Malcolm's going to be your starter for the entire time he's gone. He'll be at the mic.
Malcolm?
Yeah.
Malcolm or Fred?
It's going to be Fred. See, it seems that Fred looks really good at the mic as he develops during preseason. We're going to see him in the preseason games. We'll see what he looks like. If he looks good out there like they say he does right now, being able to read and diagnose and quickly put players in a position to make plays, he'll be the guy.
Yeah, wasn't Reuben playing outside linebacker last year? I don't think he was Mike yet.
No, Reuben was going to be a Will. He was going to be until Malcolm got hurt. No, wait.
Yeah, and then he played the Mike.
Reuben wasn't going to play. It was going to be Bowman and Smith. Remember, Reuben only got forced into action because of the injury to Malcolm Smith.
Well, Reuben played week 1. He played week 1, and then he got injured. Remember?
Yeah, but remember, Malcolm Smith got hurt during preseason, tore his pectoral muscle.
Oh,
yeah.
But Reuben's fantastic, so he's going to play.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, he was going to eventually anyway, no matter what.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice if we could plug in Reuben in the middle or the will spot, and find a way to get Reuben, Fred Warner, and Malcolm Smith on the field at the same time, all playing linebacker. Because I think Eli Harold, he's gotten opportunities, but it's his second year in the same system, so you got to give him the opportunities, but he's got to prove himself.
I tell you.
But he did drill Kirk Cousins, and I enjoyed that. So.
Wait, who got Cousins? Was that Eli?
Eli Harold smacked him to the ground hard.
You know what? Go ahead.
Kirk made a Jimmy G throw, where he's getting killed and got the ball out, and then it's Eli slamming him to the ground. Like you're watching Kirk Cousins mic'd up when he played us. When Jimmy Ward hit Kirk Cousins, he's like, "Good hit, Jimmy." It's like, why do you know his name? But anyway, he goes. Eli Harold hits him after he got the ball off, and then he killed him.
Tell you,
literally, you could hear the thud in the mic'd up, through his mic, and went. Ugh.
Did you see
Boom.
how big?
You could hear the pads.
Oh, I love that stuff. Did you see how big Eli Harold is right now? They showed him in the locker room. His neck. Him and Reuben are on the same diet. Reuben's gotten huge. The neck, man, the dude looks madman big. God, I can't wait to see him.
I don't want him getting hurt again like he did last year. I guarantee you John Lynch was getting him his own personal trainer while he was out.
Yeah, because I was wondering if he's going to get a workout in while he was because, when you're in that kind of situation he was in, you figured Reuben's not feeling very good, doesn't feel like going to the gym. All he wanted to do was sit around and making phone calls. How am I going to get out of this? Man, I didn't do that. Everybody thinks I did it. I mean, it's an anxiety thing. You're starting to get a little frustrated, But he must have been working out because the dude is huge.
Yeah. You saw my fan page that Jimmy G holding up the Lombardi?
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah.
Man, you can use that if you want.
All right.
I really think it's a possibility. I believe it. I believe it. I feel like at this point, I know it sounds ridiculous to anybody, but I feel like not winning the Super Bowl at this point, from this high that I have and the high expectations, I feel like if we don't win the Super Bowl, I'm going to be very disappointed. And I don't know why I feel like that, but I feel like I'm going to be disappointed.
You shouldn't. Not this year. Next year you should, but this year, just roll with it. Appreciate the process a little further. We're not going to get embarrassed this year by any shape of the man. I mean, it's not going to happen. The 49ers are going to kick a lot of butt.
Yeah, I feel like we exposed the number one defense, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're playing a lot of good football teams, but like I said, the Atlanta Falcons defense was the 25th defense that year. They were in position to win the Super Bowl. All they had to do was simply run the football and kick a field goal, but they didn't. Kyle knows not to do that now. But
if you got a defense giving up 25 points in one quarter, who would have thought that was going to happen? My God.
I mean, it's within towards the end of the third and the fourth, but the Falcons had the number one offense and the 25th defense. So as long as we can do better than the 25th defense, which we did, we had the 24th. But we're obviously going to be much better than that next year in defense because violently faster. So I mean, if we got the number one offense, which I think we will, because remember I said the last time Kyle got his hands on a confident quarterback.
Yeah, and he's got and everybody else on the team is his kind of player. People don't understand what that means. If Kyle picked out certain guys, he knows what he's going to do with them already. And he knows how they are going to make it happen.
Yeah, you notice how he had those 2 off seasons with the Falcons or whatever. If you hear things like I remember I was watching NFL Network. I woke up in the morning. I was watching it before the 2016 season. They said the Atlanta Falcons are ready to make some noise next year. And it said this offense is going to take off. Yet, though. And if we hear something like that out of camp, get ready because this is going to be a very nice ride.
Yeah,
and I think Jimmy's riding that horse all the way home.
I believe it. Tyler, we're going to stop.
Disappointed. I'll be disappointed if we don't.
Yeah, well, you don't. I'm just trying to tell you.
I think we will.
Wait till about the week 9.
Fantastic.
All right, Tyler. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll wait. After we expose Minnesota, I'll be ready to get on that train.
You know what? I'm talking
we're going to the
voice of reason. I'll be right with you.
We're going to the Super Bowl if we beat Minnesota.
Yeah, I believe you, man.
If we
All right,
kill them.
Tyler. See you tomorrow.
Yep.
Tyler's right, though. You know what?
Dropping the pipe bomb.
Boom. No, he's right. The 49ers get past Minnesota. Do you realize the second half of the 49ers schedule is easier than the first? The 49ers, if they win the first 6 or 7 games, look out. Look out. There's no telling what may happen. I'm trying to keep things kind of modest. I'm saying 12-4, but if they get past Minnesota, there's no telling what may happen. All right. Hey, let us go to... Hey, Rose Madison, thanks. I need a second verse is where I get my trouble. Yeah. Because I already know about... Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality. Now, see, that's where I get stuck after that. Because, can't play it too loud, but I can hear it. All right. Hey, we got... It's Jason. Hey! Jason.
Hey, yo, what's up? East
Jason.
Coast, Niner Empire in the building. What's up, bro?
Did he say toast? Jason, man, I'm
East
sitting up
Coast,
here.
yep.
Oh, East Coast. Jason!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason, we're sitting back here getting tickled to death over the fact that the G Money's out there already starting off where he left off last season. But you expect that. It ain't no pressure on him. I mean, who's going to be better than Jimmy Garoppolo with nobody? That's ridiculous. If I was the rest of the defense, I would just sit down. Coach, what is the point? We ain't no way we're going to do anything with him with no pads. I mean, he's just making me look foolish. And then Jason.
Offensive line, yeah. We got O-line, so we'll be good.
And then Fred Warner. Man, that is a surprise because Kendrick Bourne is not a surprise. Him and Jimmy developed a chemistry last year. So him doing well right now is no surprise. But Fred Warner, he's supposed to be that dude that's supposed to be good at going back in coverages as a linebacker. He's like the hybrid, the 21st century linebacker. All of a sudden, the dude's got some on-ball skills. He's a Mike that can do it all. We got a weapon, Jason. We got a weapon.
We got weapons with an S, plural, because we're stacked right now. I really believe we're in a position to do the worst to first scenario based on personnel, based on our record with the losses we had, with the losing by 3 points or less, all the injuries we had with Eric Armstead out, with Foster in and out, Malcolm Smith. I'm really interested to see how the linebacking core, the front seven in general, with our defensive backs, we got McFadden now. We got this guy out of Ole Miss, is it? This free safety hybrid guy, running the 4-3, 4-4. Moore, I think his last name is.
Yeah, Tavarius. Yeah.
Yeah, we got him. We got Jimmy Ward. We got, of course, Richard Sherman. We still got Witherspoon. We got Jaworski Tart back. We have Colbert running like a 4-4 between Goodson, Moore, and Colbert. There's like bragging of who's the fastest. This is the type of dialogue going on. Who's really the fastest man in the NFL to be at the safety position? What you say, Ron?
If we had a quarter-mile relay team, I would start. I would start Marquise Goodwin. He would hand off to Tavarius Moore. Tavarius Moore would hand off to, let's see, who's that third fastest guy we just mentioned? We got 1, 2, 3.
Colbert. Colbert is one of those guys.
I want Colbert to anchor because of that man's will is that kind of thing you want an anchor man to have.
Yeah.
But Goodwin and Colbert.
I want to clear up something. Too. I'm big on this Chris Carter dialogue because he's on a big platform. And, I think we should respect, at this point, Goodwin has earned his respect. Game after game, he's talking about he's just a fast guy. He's a track runner. Oh. All I'm seeing is Goodwin going underneath, out routes, cross over the middle. He's taking hits. He's probably gone deep. I've seen maybe 3 deep completions, maybe that. So I think we need to stop listening to these commentators all the time. He's saying, name name 10 players, right? But I mean, I'm a fan of the sport, of the team, so I can name more than 10. But the point is, we have quality players. When you name it, all these guys, Staley, Pettis, Richburg, then we got running backs are stacked. You know what I'm saying? The defense is stacked. So they're going to respect us. I do like that we're coming in under the radar. So let them keep underestimating us. You know how that goes.
It's that stuff you pin up on the walls in the locker room. Put a picture of Chris, and I put a big picture of Chris Carter. Chris says he doesn't know who you are.
He got Garson. He got Juice at fullback. Juice is probably one of the top 3 fullbacks, if not the best.
He's a Pro Bowl.
Why
a fullback.
Disrespecting us, like, huh?
He's a Pro Bowl football. You know what? If he doesn't know who's on the team, he forgot about Richard Sherman. He forgot about Juice. Jimmy G. How are you going to forget about everybody knows about Jimmy G. He forgot Joe Staley, too. I mean, you can go up and down the line. He doesn't know who Rich Westberg is. He's been in the league long enough. These are names that people know by now.
The good news is, too, the good news is that these aren't a whole bunch of superstars, but the good news is we'll be okay to keep them in the unity for the next 2 to 4 years. With the salary cap we have, we'll be able to re-sign our guys. You know, Staley will probably retire. Garcon event. You know, it's a good system as far as how they're saving the salary cap money and not going after, say, Dez Bryant.
Thank you.
You know, some of these splashy names like. And let's talk about the T.O. thing real quick.
Yeah. Anybody jump on the T.O. thing tonight, man? Yeah.
Yo, T.O., I mean, this is one time. I mean, he is, what, 44?
I think
44, 45.
At least.
Somebody will kill him. He can think about that. At that age, you're not. I mean, he still can run the routes.
But you can't take no high-impact hits.
Well, matter of fact, Ronbo, you know what? The NFL has changed. You can't hit no more. So maybe
not
he
like
should
that.
Come back. It's flag football pretty much.
That's
so
true.
If he can still run, let him get in. But on a serious note, we should do a deal where we should start having these guys like Bryce, Patrick Willis, T.O., you know, put them on the staff. What is that? We don't hire our own people. We have Rappin for a hot second to do the running back coach. Why are we not bringing in like Jerry Rice, Steve Young? What are these guys too good to come in? Who is it? The leader, the ownership? Is it the players?
Jason,
what is that?
My own feeling is I bet you they're probably just not wanting to do that. These guys are living a leisurely life. They're having fun. You know, they got the millions all stacked up.
They did it all, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't be committed.
The football life.
Yeah, they're not really fully committed.
Sense.
My guess.
That makes sense.
Although Jerry Rice loves to hang around Kemp. Jerry'd come in. I think if Jerry would come in for free whenever he had time. If they said, Jerry, you want to come in?
Consultation, some consultations once in a while. Hey, come in, show these guys something in the training camp, and go back to your life. You know, not in year round where you got to punch the clock, but just to come in like how Steve Young was this consultant for a little while, you know. Who we have? What's this guy? Mangini? Didn't we just have Mangini for a minute?
Mangini was a coach, right?
He's talking crap too, this Mangini guy.
Yeah, him and Chris. Too. Yeah, they got together. And so they should stop thinking all this Super Bowl crap and focus on, what? That's why you got fired. I didn't know that's how you think. Oh, anyway.
I love that. I love that we're hyped up like that, man. I do.
It was supposed to be. Jason, we're going to stop. I'm going to tell you what, man. We'll be back tomorrow because it's Monday, and I'll be looking for you.
All right, man. Monday,
all right,
Ronbo.
Yeah. You know what? I just found our fourth relay guy, Richie James. Okay, so you got Tavarius Moore and Richie James from the kids that just came in. And, of course, you got, wow, you don't even need them. You only need one, just Richie James. Because you already got Tavarius Moore. What's that? Marquise Cooper, Tavarius Moore. Third, as you put Richie James right there, let him anchored by Adrian Colbert. That team, smoking. Couldn't have the fastest team in the league. Let's go to Win.
Ronbo, how you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm sitting there. I'm looking at my football team, and I'm planning out my 400-meter relay team. How many teams can say that? Win? My God, this team is blessed with speed this year. Oh,
Yeah, they went out and we had the need for speed, and they went out and they met
addressed
the need.
that. Man.
I'll
Oh,
tell you, hey, I was listening to you guys talk about Chris Carter and them in the comments
oh.
about he don't know 10 guys on the team. I'm sitting there saying to myself, well, look here, it's not our fault you're not doing your homework.
Yep. It's the first thing I said too.
Hey, you know what? Hey, and the thing is, I'm sitting there thinking, this time last year, could you tell me 10 people that was on the Philadelphia Eagles?
Right, and several other teams. So
Yeah,
that was
it's like, look here, this thing is a year-by-year basis, man. And we
People come
definitely
and go.
had an infusion of talent. Yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, look here, I think Jimmy Garoppolo's, Jimmy G's got us on, leading us and everything. I'm so looking forward to this season, man. I'm just looking forward to it, man. I've been doing all my homework on the draft picks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm excited about the secondary. Richard Sherman back there leading those guys and everything. Whether him or Witherspoon, man, it's going to be a nice set of corners right there. And
Sure is. And Rich has made Witherspoon his private student almost, because he works with him even after working with everybody else. But he's working with everybody though.
It's amazing just the impact that Richard Sherman has had with his leadership skills as far as just being there. Even in the practices and then organizing things where the guys are going out doing things and all that stuff to help build a camaraderie and everything like that, man. I just believe that it's going to have a big impact on the team,
That locker room, man, it is a glorious place to be right now. Everybody's up. Everybody's up. And there's two guys in there that are never going to let anybody get down. Jimmy G on one side of the room, Rich working the other side of the room. That's why people say, we need Des Bryant for leadership. No, we got plenty of leadership. There is no need for Des, not for that reason. No.
You know what? You know what's funny also about a lot of these people on commentating. If we'd have signed Des Bryant, I think with us being 49er fans, we would know to look here. That's not necessarily an upgrade. Des Bryant didn't crack 1,000 yards last year. Pierre Garçon had 500 some yards and missed the last 8 games. But the media will tell us that Des Bryant is playing at a higher level than Pierre Garçon. So we possibly could have 2 guys to crack 1,000 yards.
But when, let me ask you something. Exactly. But when was the last time that you remember his name being on the list of dominant receivers? I go all the way back to 2014. Now, I'm trying to remember. He got hurt, and he was out most of the season. He came back. He was pretty good. Last year, he didn't really contribute everything, and they blame it all on Dak Prescott. But in truth, that offensive line of the Cowboys sort of fell down, so now Dak can't stand back there and take his time. That's why I'm saying Daz's last year was, in your mind, when was that?
It had to be 2014, 2015. I mean, I know he hasn't had 1,000 yards receiving in the last 3 years.
You think it was all about Tony Romo?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I think his game is just declined. It gets to a point where the guys' skills just starting in their athletic ability begin to diminish. I think his name is way bigger than his game.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about.
So it gets to that point, like I said, if we decide Des Bryant, all the 49ers are going to go and they're going to win 12, 13 games. They're going to win the division. They're going to compete with the Rams. That's just like, I mean, you think about the cornerbacks that the Rams got and everything. I mean, Akeem Talib, I think right now, I think his name is bigger than his game. Yeah. It's like
32.
I mean, he's a good player. He's a good player now. Yeah. To me, I think this is the wisdom in the way Shanahan and Lynch have built the team. If we went out and signed a big guy like Des Bryant or Brandon Marshall or something like that, that plays right into the Rams' hands. As far as the cornerbacks that they got. Man, but with these little quick guys that we got,
they can't deal with them.
6'2" guys, they can't deal with them, man.
Can't do it.
It's too much speed and too much quickness.
And they know Dez. They know just how to play him. If we had Dez, they'd have known just what to do. Especially Akeem. He knows what to do with Dez. How many times he played him?
And I'm telling you, in the media will be blowing us up if we sign Dez Bryant. I'm glad our front office is not the type of people to just go out and sign somebody just to kind of make a splash. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So
that's what I like about our front office.
Man, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you, Ronbo, I'll be listening, man. I'm so glad to be able to just call in and listen to your show. I listen to it all the time. I haven't been able to call as much as I used to, but I'm trying to get back on track and everything. But, yeah. But I'm listening quite often, man, and shout out to all the fans in the 49ers Empire. Dude.
Hey, sure do appreciate you, Win. And hey, Win, you should, Win, it's June. Aren't you through holding classes by now? Are you gonna got some extra classes you're gonna hang out during summer school?
Well, I'm finished with school right now, and the thing is, I was going to school. I work in the school system. I do therapy in the schools, and then on top of that, I was taking a night class, taking some night classes. So
Win is working hard, working and taking classes at the same time. I've always been envious if people could do that. You know how much when your energy level has to stay up because you cannot learn sitting in the classroom and tired. I've already figured that one out. Years ago, I noticed that. Man.
It's just for a season and everything, so I don't know how much more I'll be going back. But for 3-4 months, I pulled it off.
There you go. Congratulations, then.
Yeah.
All right, Win.
Hey, Ronbo, we appreciate everything. We'll be listening, man. I'll call back.
Hopefully hear from you soon. All right, Win. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. All right, okay.
Yeah. If there's one thing I really enjoy, I love talking about Chris Carter. I can't name 10 people on 49ers team. What does that tell you? Well, Chris, if I could just been sitting next to him, Chris, I'll tell you what that tells me. That tells me that you shouldn't be doing this job. You don't know any more about this. Oh, yeah, Chris, name 10 players. Let's see. Name 10 players on the Vikings team. That used to be your team. I'd love to see it. Man, what kind of insult is that? Hey, Kenny! Do we do this? We already did this. Or did somebody do that twice? That's a new one, isn't it? Oh, we got Daniel Serrano and Kenny. I got 5 on it. Right, thank you, Kenny. He says much love and respect. 13-3, because we got Jimmy G. We got a poet here, we didn't know it. We got Jimmy, 13-3, we got Jimmy G, The Empire Strikes Back. Boom! That fam, it's got to really drive, and there's rival fans that are watching us, even though our mods are keeping them at bay, because they don't know how to talk and be polite. So, of course, Jesus is My King and Rose Matheson showed them the door. But they're still watching because they want to know what we're talking about. They want to know if we're saying insulting and bad things about their team. They want to know if we are feeling confident and not afraid of them as they wish we would. No, Rams. No, Hawks, Raiders. No, we feel like we've got the upper hand. We've got the upper skill. Bottom line is, let me write it for you. That's Jimmy. Let me put a curl on it. Oh, it's love it. I love telling. You guys can't do anything about it. Your defense can't stop him. The ball's out of his hands too quick. Kyle Shanahan's too quick. There's nothing you could do but hope that your offense can keep up. Oh, snap! Where are we going now? Shake! Did the Empire Strike Back? I believe that's what that is. Wait. Where's those guys with the white suits?
Sports!
Shake, I like that. I may have to save that. I enjoyed that.
What I like.
Yeah. But please don't forget, if you have to go for whatever reason, come on back, but don't forget to hit that like. We love us some likes. Hey, Shake.
What's
Hey.
up, brother?
Hey, things going on in camp. I love the reports. Hey, here's the thing, Shake. Do you read Grant Cohn? I usually read him last. I go find out from others, and then I come back and read Grant. Because Grant's like the meanest evaluator you ever seen. I mean, he's accusing Solomon T., your man. He's accusing Solomon T. of being around 250-something pounds, even though Solomon himself says, man, I weigh 280. So Grant is telling people on his page, okay, you know what I'm going to do next time? I'm taking my camera. I'm going to get some shots, and I'm going to find out. I don't know why he's so obsessed with making Solomon lighter than he is. It's just hilarious.
It's. I know they want a certain like body type in these certain players, but like it's like let them be what type of player they are. But it just that Grant Cohn and even Ray Rattle, I can't stand them. I can't stand them. They need like the mods on here need to boot them out.
I mean, Grant's just mean. He built his reputation saying nasty things about players, so I guess he's not going to stop that. But that's hilarious. God.
Haters will hate, Ronbo. Haters will hate. But, Empire is always going to stay strong.
Yep.
And we're going to definitely get that. I want that Super Bowl, and we're going to get that Super Bowl. And,
oh yeah. And once it starts, that window's going to be open for about. Hey, as a matter of fact, how long do you think that window's going to be open? Jimmy's 27. That's about a 6-7 year window for sure, because the other guys on our team about the same age and younger.
And he's been drinking that water with Tom Brady, so hey, he might have that
TB12 juice. Ooh, hey, shit. Here's another question. Who's going to be we're going to have about 3 stars emerge within the next 2 years. Who's going to be that guy that we're going to have to deal with before the season starts? Well, blank is a holdout because of his MVP status and the 49ers' last year's Super Bowl victory, and has not come to OTAs, or says he's not coming to camp. Let's see. This is why I worry about when people say, sign this guy, sign this guy, sign this guy. No, we have a lot of good guys we're going to need to pay, save the money. So, but who do you think would be that man?
Let's see. There's a certain player I'm looking at. I'm thinking, it's going to be a Pro Bowler this year, and he's going to be in the second year, and then next year will be his third. I think it's Adrian Colbert. He's going to probably ask for more money.
Ooh, you're right.
Yes.
You're right.
And he's just a 7th round pick. Obviously, he's going to ask for more money.
God, yes. And he is probably going to progress a lot. Good call. I'll bet you're right.
Yeah, and especially now Eric Reed is, not here and not, and Tart got his 2-year extension. He's
right.
Okay, well, right. Extension. I want a little bit more money. So
our guys are smart though. They're gonna call him in before he complains, and that way he feels ingratiated. No, really, that's why you do it. You feel it. Player comes in, he feels ingratiated because you guys were so generous without him having to even protest. So I tell you, what did they give Kwaski?
You give him I don't know the numbers, but I know you got like a 2-year contract extension. Maybe I might be wrong, but it's like $7 million fixed, 5 or 6. I might be wrong.
Maybe you might be right because he's still coming off of his 4th year. I got to check into that. Try to figure out what Adrian's going to ask for, because next year he's going to do some hammering on people, man. I could feel it. I mean, he's going to learn a lot between now and preseason's over. I mean, man. Whew.
I'll tell you this. There's another guy that's not going to be asking for money, that much money, is Eric Armstead.
You had to do it, didn't you? You had to take a shot at my boy Eric. I'm telling you right now, that's why I'm sticking behind him, because in a few months, I'm going to be saying things like, I got my salaries here. In a few months, I'm going to be the guy that said, see, I told you guys. Let's see here. Tart signed a 2-year, $13 million contract extension through the 2020 season.
Oh.
So, yeah. There you go.
Okay, so wow. And another thing, too, about Eric Armstead, though, he had like a little charity thing on SAC. Sherman was here. Akelo was there. Shaq was there. I was going to go, but I thought it was going to be like I think it's going to
The
be
quick
big,
in, quick out.
Yes, but he was only there for 2 hours. But yeah, it was like Instagram. You're all partying and all that, so it's kind of cool. So I'm glad Sherman is all with the guys. I really appreciate that.
He always, man, he is so active like that. Love it. I mean, he is such a team guy. Man, hi, Richard Sherman. Hey, here's something depressing. Somebody said, I was looking at an Instagram site, a guy says, yeah, well, Sherman's like this far away from the Hall of Fame. He gets one more bowl. He's probably going to call it a day. And then he's going to retire as a 49er. Somebody chimes in, no, he's not. Dude's going to retire a Hawk. Bet on it. I thought to myself, I bet he's right. Because look at our guy. You know who's coming home after he gets through playing football. It's going to be number 21. He's coming back to retire as a 49er. That's where it all happened for him, right? I mean, Frankie Gore is going to – I bet you Jed's already told him, get ready to play, retire. You know, you want to put the red on to say I retired as a 49er, right? Yeah.
I have a feeling that Gore's going to probably retire right after when he plays in Miami because obviously he went to the U back when he was college. So I think this year he'll probably retire, Ronbo. I'll be honest. And he's going to probably retire with us
really
one day contract.
Yeah, he should.
So,
I mean, because the Dolphins.
Too much time on your time. I know you have a lot of callers, Ronbo, but before I go, shout out to the Nighthawk Club, shout out to Hit Squad, Hardcore Nation, ENT, but Yao Ming. Can I just say something? You cannot say nation. You were suspended. Razor pulled in a couple times. Can't do it. Nighthawk Club, fan club is number one always. Squad.
All right. Boy, Yamil. Yeah, where is Yamil? Gotta get him in here. I love it. He has lots of reasons behind that. He slips.
I think Razor took his fried chicken and wings.
Hey, Sheik, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, man. Hopefully you got some time, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Hit that like a shout out to the next caller.
Yeah.
Hit Squad. Razor.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, still getting it. Razor's not driving around tonight, so I guess he's okay with everything. Let's get. It's Michael Marin. Michael Rapina. Doom, doom, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Did he bring out some Jimmy Buffett? The man's music library is just endless. Oh man, it's dancing in the moonlight. Mike, get on in here, man. Hey, Mike.
Ronbo.
Mike. Tell you, man, you got a huge music collection I can see right now. But Mike, we're having fun tonight, celebrating another fabulous pick. Last year, it was probably Adrian Colbert was the pick of the picks due to the fact that everybody else who came in was anticipated to be good. You know, you knew Solomon Thomas was going to be good. You knew Reuben Foster was going to be good. But now this year, and Adrian Colbert was the guy last year, right? This year, Fred Warner's not a 7th-round pick, but he's not a 1st-round pick, and he's starting to show huge dividends already. You heard about him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
liking it a lot, Ronbo. Loving what I'm hearing about Warner, and like you were talking about Kendrick Bourne. And, you know, the thing that I find fascinating about this year's team is that when you look at the draft that we just got through, right now when you look at the players, Mike McGlinchey is going to be a starter day one.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be right now, as it stands, before the season begins, that's going to be your most productive draft pick right now. He's going to be at the right tackle. He's a starting offensive lineman. And then you go down the list and you look at Dante Pettis, and you think, you know, he's going to get some looks and stuff, but how much is he going to get in there?
Yeah.
And he's going to return some punts, which is going to make, or some kicks and punts, which is going to make the return teams that much better.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing about it is when you look at the rest of these draft picks we got, even if you just kind of put them on the back burner and you look at what the team
is getting back from injuries, like Malcolm Smith, Eric Armstead,
Kowalski T.
you know, and Kowalski T. Yeah, and then you look at what they did in free agency with Richburg, with Cooper, with Sherman, and you look at between those two things alone and the guys that they already, and Jimmy G, of course, from last year. You look at what's coming back from last year, and just the free agency and the injuries coming back. The team it already looks rock solid with that.
But
and
Chris Carter doesn't know who they are. Nobody can get over that. God.
Yeah, I know. You know, and that bums me out a little bit because I'm a little bit older, and I used to watch Chris Carter and stuff, and I know how good that guy was. And people can get on here and trash him and say he wasn't good, but Chris Carter was awesome.
No,
he really was.
He could play. He was definitely good.
Yeah.
But just a random insult like that, it was just so uncalled for. Oh.
I know. It bums me out that a guy that had that kind of career in the NFL, and then he comes out and says something stupid like that. It's like, oh, man.
I just want to ask Chris, when you were playing football, did you look below the top? I mean, when you were looking for inspiration every year to get up and go play ball, you didn't think you had any possible chance to go to the Super Bowl? I want to see what he says. He probably said, nah, man, I knew y'all. Come on, man, you're a 49er fan, right? I did that just to make y'all mad. Look what it worked. Every last one of y'all are pissed off, right? That's how we get attention. I'd hope that's what he would say, Mike.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, you know, we were talking about that futures contract thing, or you were talking about that the other night, and I kind of, did you look that up? I did
not look that up. What, did you?
Yeah, I did check it out, and there was a little piece on it from the Bleacher Report, and what it says is basically that if you do those futures contracts, that it ensures that your players will be in the fold once OTAs and training camp roll around. It says that if you got guys that, you know, let's see, what did it say, man? I'm trying to remember now. There's no limit to how many you can sign to futures contracts, and it just said that since practice squad players can be poached by any team willing to sign them to an active contract, a futures deal ensures they'll be in the fold once OTAs and training camp roll around. So it's peace of mind for front offices that would rather be concentrating on its top talent, you know. So,
okay, so when you say OTAs roll around, does that mean between this year and next year's OTAs? Because you don't establish that squad until after the cut.
It's when they sign these future contracts right after the end of last season. So they would be signing the players to these contracts at the end of the 2017 season, and then it would ensure them through OTAs and training camp. You know, now
because there's no poaching yet. Because there's no established. There's no practice squad yet. So, yeah, you're right. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
So that's what I mean, I still don't know if I'm, you know, I kind of looked it over real quick, and I don't know if I totally understand it. There's some little fine things about it, but from
your interpretation, I can see right now, it does mean that if I sign this guy at a certain point, you can't come and get him until I put him on the practice squad, and then it's every man for himself. So the futures contract's not going to protect your player if you place him on the practice squad from other teams poaching. Yeah.
It says that it's a great way to lock up talented young players on the cusp of breaking out. Joe Brandt was the one that said that. It says the rub of it is, for the most part, they're used on players who weren't quite good enough to justify an active roster spot this season. But, yeah, so it's guys that have potential, but they haven't broken out yet, and they're still developing, you know. And that's what practice squad players are. So, you know, Yeah,
because I'm worried about a few guys. If guys like McFadden get put on that squad, I got a feeling somebody's going to pick him up real quick. We can't put Richie James on that squad. That tall kid, Terrell Williams. See, some of these guys are, man, we got a lot of poachable guys that are going to put on that team. Last year, I think we lost 2 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. Tavares McFadden definitely can't go on the practice squad.
Right.
He's got it. That's why I really want him to show out in camp so that he can
Justify.
make this team and just justify it with his size and everything. He's a perfect fit. It would be a shame for him not to not to make it and stuff. But
it might be funny, Mike. They might do the same route as they did last year. Guys will be on. We'll have this army of guys on the IR that have absolutely nothing wrong with them. Because I love Joe Williams. I really do. I want to see him make this team. I don't think Joe was that seriously hurt last year, but. Yeah. The 49ers spent a high. They didn't trade up for him, but they definitely begged John to take him. And they're probably sitting there saying, "Now, see, guys, John, wait a minute. We're not going to use a roster spot. We'll just put him on the IR. All right, he's got a sprained ankle. All right, that's fine." Because it was Mike. If it's you and I at the draft, and I tell you, Mike, we got to have this guy, and you say, "Well, Ron, I don't know. That's just I don't." Mike, I'm telling you right now, just give me this kid. Put him on a squad. I'll show you what I mean afterward. Right now, just trust me on this. See, then you get to tell me I told you so later. Can you see John and Kyle going through that?
That's true. And you know what? We better hear his name when the pads come on because we haven't really heard much about him at all. I heard a couple little things about him, but, man, when the pads come on, we better start hearing Joe Williams' name, man.
I hope so. Yeah, because I'm hearing a lot of Matt Breida.
Yeah, absolutely, and I expect that. I think Breida. I think we hit on Breida, man. I think we got a gem right there. He's gonna. I don't think he's gonna change. I think we got a consistent football player right there, and he is a playmaker, man. When he's got the ball in his hands, he gets it done. The thing about this team is though, it's when you look at it from the offensive side and from the defensive side. We've been good for a long time, and we've always been excited about the defense. With the linebackers we've had, the D linemen, we've always been able to shut down the run pretty good. But this year, when you look at the offensive side of the ball, man, it's oh, man. Gosh. And then you look at the special teams now is emerging, too. And it's like, man, that's all three phases of the game right there we're talking about,
Got them all covered.
Yeah.
Mike, let me see you tomorrow, Mike. We're going to go and...
Rob. All right, Ronbo, appreciate you, man. Shout out to the Hit Squad. Shout out to the Empire. Shout out to the Heart Foundation. Shout out to TNT. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Yao Ming. And hey, man, and first and foremost, Ronbo, shout out to you for bringing us together, man. Have a great night.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Look forward to tomorrow, Mike. Have a great night. Dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Is that Van who? Is it Van? No, this is Jimmy. It's not Buffett. Who is that? Oh, man. Anyway. Hey, you guys, flashing things, man. Who's the music guy? Let's go. Hey, wait. Have we got here? Anthony Baker. Oh, yeah. Anthony Baker says... Niner family empire, stop listening to all the haters on the talk shows and keep believing. And what we doing because we going to the Super Bowl. Like that, Anthony. Like that a lot. Jason Walker, what do you think about Jimmy G's backups? If he does go down for a minute, will we survive? I can see me now, man. Jimmy laying on the field, rolling around. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, God! I can just see it, like one of those real disasters, right? He's not going down. I just wish the kind of thing with the offensive line, anybody comes around the corner at high speed, guys, I don't care if you just hit him. Just ball your fist up and knock him out. You'll get a fine or penalty, but we'll take care of that for you. But you stop what you looks like to be a lethal attack at Jimmy. Just stop it at all costs, all right? We only got one Jimmy G. And Jason Walker, Anthony Baker, what do you think of the offensive line play? 5 in the OTA so far. It's been up and down. What do you think? Hey, Anthony, don't worry about the offensive line play right now. There's no pads. The defense takes advantage of the offensive line every year at this time. It'll change a little later on. Empire Strike Back. Jimmy G is going to carve the Seahawks like Thanksgiving Day turkey. Gonna beat them down. The Raiders' car doesn't have anything under his hood. Rams have no horns. No sound. We can't hear you. The Orange Lamb cooked by Chef Jimmy G. And Jordan Kelly says, will this offseason feel longer because of the hype we have, or is it just me? Also, 2015 was the longest offseason ever because it was the worst offseason in NFL history. Oh, God, that's a tough one. I don't know, but we will see. When people call it hype, and Jordan, it's nothing. I'm not taking it. I'm just saying, Jimmy, you can't really call him hype. When you've won 7 games in a row, and you won 5 games, winning 7 games in a row with the Patriots. I mean, everybody's gonna be saying things. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Brady just happens to be the quarterback, but you can plug anybody in there. The same thing's going to happen. They said that last year when Jimmy G came in and beat Arizona. And he also beat, the second week they went up against Miami, he got hurt in that game. But the thing is, everybody blames the system for making any quarterback good. Well, Jimmy comes to San Francisco. The quarterback that walks into that mess, it should have been killed, right? Like CJ was out there. I mean, CJ was getting killed on every other snap, right? Why is it that Jimmy G came out there and rolled off 5 in a row? You got to ask that question. You got to wonder, is it hype or is it fact? This kid is good. Hey, let us now go to Ed Bethel. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing today?
Bethel, doing outstanding as you read the OTA reports. Just nothing but good news. Blue-collar guys getting all the love. You got Kendrick Bourne looking great. You got Fred Warner just comes in as a draft pick. He's looking great. Potentially going to be starting on opening day if Reuben can't make it as the Mike linebacker. We drafted perfect again. We don't even know what Michael Lynch is going to look like, but we know he's going to be pretty good. He's going to start on opening day. So I'm telling you, lots of things to be excited about, Bethel. What are you thinking?
Hey, there's a lot of things to be excited about. Even Hall of Famer like OT wants to come to the 49ers because he knows that we're going to go to the Super Bowl. That's why he wants to come with us. He wants an easy ring.
Yeah, I tell you.
That's why he wants to go to San Francisco.
Him and Terrell, and Dez Bryant.
Even I remember I was watching the thing that they had when they were building the jerseys. I actually love those jerseys.
The throwbacks.
The throwbacks. And Jerry Rice goes, you know what? I think I'm gonna come out of retirement and come play with you guys to get another ring.
Him and T.O. That was state of the franchise. Yeah.
Yeah, and he looked like he was really excited this year for us because he's seen a lot of good stuff.
He did.
And one thing I can't hear that I'm tired of kind of hearing from everybody that Jimmy G, he did all what he did. He goes, there was a thing saying even Patriots teammates were all hyped about him that he's going to do a good year because when he was actually training with them, he was dominating all them.
Beating up the defense, right?
When he was just practicing, the defense.
The
they
first
couldn't handle
string.
Him.
First line defense, too. Not the second.
Nope, it was the first string. They couldn't even handle him. So if the Patriots, supposedly the best team, can't handle Jimmy G, what do you think other teams are going to be handling Jimmy G? No, they're not. I should know when I went to go see Jacksonville play the Niners, I didn't see no Jaguar fans wearing jerseys. The only ones I seen wearing jerseys were the women. I'm like, okay, supposedly you're representing your Jaguar. Why are you not wearing your jersey? I only seen one guy with a Jaguar hat, and that's it.
Hey, Bethel, I can answer that for you. Those guys are going to the bathroom at the halftime and taking that shirt off.
Yeah, they probably knew that they were going to get embarrassed. That's why they didn't want to dress up for the game.
Oh man, I wish I could have caught him a little, man. But yeah.
I'm up with
So
no, and then I seen that number 11, might get cut because I guess some having it. That I guess they found in the system.
You're talking about our last year, Victor Bolden Jr. Victor Bolden, yeah. Did you hear something about him getting cut?
No, I heard that he may get cut, but they're not sure.
Well, yeah,
but they say that he's gonna have to probably fight for the position, and if he doesn't make it, then it'll probably be a little bit easier to let him go.
Yeah, he was gonna have to fight pretty hard anyway. Victor, he's got that position, wide receiver position group is gonna be hard. There's only a couple of spots because there's 5 guys that are gonna make it for sure, but those last 2 spots belong to Kendrick Bourne and whomever can take Kendrick out. And I got to tell you, Bethel, I don't see anybody. Richie James is somebody who they should probably just keep and just keep one extra receiver because I don't think anybody's going to beat Kendrick Bourne out. None of the guys that are left.
Yeah, and then I was watching some tape about how Richard Sherman does the defense, the way he does things, and he's a smart guy. I was seeing something that he was doing where he was, sticking with one receiver, and he's looking at the quarterback, and he's letting the quarterback think that he's actually looking at one receiver.
Yeah.
And then when he throws, he goes with the other receiver and gets the interception.
And picks it off.
Like he's deceiving the quarterback.
He's
deceiving the quarterback how to, throw them. Yeah, he's actually teaching, and I've seen a videotape of our coach, the way he's seeing everything in the play, and he sees that, there's certain people that don't take, that they leave a wide open space. So what he does, he calls a quick play, and he basically, gets that guy the ball because he knows that it's going to be open.
Mm-hmm.
So he already knows stuff on the field just by looking at everything, and that.
Hey,
smart,
Bethel, Richard Sherman, what he does, he watches the quarterback the first few plays. You won't see him make that play early. Richard gets a beat and a rhythm on certain quarterbacks. I noticed that. So if you don't get him on the first couple plays of the game, after that, if you mess with him, you're putting yourself in real danger. This is what I like about Rich, and he's teaching our guy. Well, should I say the new kid? Is Akello Witherspoon's going to look just like that. He's taking everything Richard teaches him and eating it up.
Yeah, and I've seen that, he's loving everything that he's teaching him because that will make him a better player and that will make him a better, for our team. So, I look at it as, Richard Sherman as a coach, basically like a second coach because he's over here teaching, our offense what to do. And our other coach of offense doesn't have to really do that much because, Richard Sherman is over here helping them out.
Agreed. Tell you what I'm going to do. Bethel, let me see you tomorrow. If you got some time, I hope you come and stop on in and say, football Niners.
I always do.
Yeah.
And I still... I'm a big Niner fan. I still have my jersey. The first jersey I ever bought, it was from, J.C. Penney. It's old and everything. A lot of people tell me to throw it in the trash. I'm like, no, you know what? This is my first jersey I ever bought, and it's always going to stick with me no matter how the way it looks because a real Niner fan always keeps the first thing you ever buy from a team that you actually like.
I'm still mad because my little brother did something with my gold jacket. I hit it. Well, let me get into that. But anyway, you're right. Do not throw that jersey away.
Yeah, because you never know, little things that you ever have from your past, from your team, they always meant a lot because, those are the first things you ever buy.
That's right. They got memories tied up in them. All right, Bethel.
Yeah. There's one jersey I always want to get, but I can never find it. And it was he was a good player. He was 97. He was young. I think it was
97.
Brian Young.
Bryant Young? Oh, Bryant Young. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
Bryant.
I can never find that jersey. That's one of the jerseys I always wanted to find, but kind
you
of
got to go
hard,
online and see if anybody's selling that one. All right, Bethel, we got to go. A lot of folks want to get in and say a word. I'm going to see you tomorrow if you get a chance, okay?
All right.
All right, Bethel.
I holler to Niner Empire, and we're going to have a good year, and we're going to see everybody be bow downing to us because they were wrong about our team. And go Niners!
Yeah! Night, Bethel.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. That's right, too. You know, we get a lot of flack right now. People are little Chris Carter. I call them Chris Carter-isms. I can't name 10 players on that team. You will soon. Hey, we got a vote. We got, hey, it's Bam. B-Ham Bam. B-Ham.
What's up with you, Ronbo?
Man, check out B-Ham. I love the setting, man. You rolling down the road in the big rig.
Hey, man, it's
fam.
like, man.
Good seeing you again.
Tell me something new. Hey, good to see you, man. Hey, I've been away for a minute, so tell me what's new.
Let me run it down to you.
Back.
Hey, who? Oh, yeah. He got out of it. And you know the story. The girl finally lost her mind completely and she came back in the courtroom and said Reuben he didn't do nothing to me. I'm telling you, I got tape. I got these beats. You know, so that's cleared. And the situation in Alabama has been reduced to nothingness. I believe the misdemeanor charge for the gun is the only thing that hangs out, and that's just a misdemeanor charge. I think Reuben goes back in a few days, actually, and gets that cleared up. The scary thing is the fact that Roger Goodell's sitting back there. I wonder what he's going to do. That's the only thing everybody's worried about. So, you know. And, by the way, Jimmy G is looking glorious. We got Fred Warner that looks like he is going to be a star. Him and Reuben next together, man. The draft worked, BM. I'm telling you, man. Oh, liking what I'm seeing.
Together a team. Hey, do you actually be out there getting a chance to see them guys? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've not been out. You know what? You can't watch them in practice anyway. If they did. Okay. Oh, you know what though? Sessions later on they'll let people out during practice sessions. They did last year because John Lynch believes in interacting with the public as much as he can. So yeah, people out there during practice sessions last year, right around about 3 weeks before the season started, something like that. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking about it. I know I used to date a girl from Richmond.
Yeah.
And I went to one of the actually my first time ever going to California. I went to one of their
preseason?
No, not even a preseason game. They had open practice.
Open practice.
Where fans, that was back when they was at the stick.
Yeah.
Fans can come out and
check
see
them out.
and check them out. Yeah, so it was real nice. That's why I was wondering, do they still do that out there? You know, I can easily get a load out there. You dig?
Hey, there you go.
Right.
Because they're going to be doing it this year, I'm sure. They haven't announced that schedule yet, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like to check that out, man. Maybe even get a chance to meet you in person.
Yay. And you got to let me drive the truck though. I'm you know.
You can ball it in there.
I can't imagine what that's like, that much weight and steel underneath one wheel. You see what I did there? That much weight and steel under one wheel. And that gearbox, every time I look down at that gearbox and see all them sticks, I think, man, this is equipment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to a good NFL season, man. I got a bet with one of my buddies. He told me we weren't gonna make it. We weren't even gonna make the playoffs.
What's his team?
That's he a Falcons fan. He's a Falcons fan. You know, my son, he told me we weren't gonna make the playoffs. He is a Rams fan, so I can't wait to be. Hey, I can't wait for them 2 Sunday games. I'm gonna be sitting right there. Yeah, we're gonna be sitting right there on the couch together. He's 12, but I'm gonna be sitting right there on the couch together, giving him an earful. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'd be doing. I'll be sitting adjacent to him, and I'd be facing him and watching his face. All right. You go ahead and watch because your team is about to get owned. I remember my mom and I had a bet like that when I was a kid. She bet, I was like, Mom was talking about how the Dodgers was going to lose. I said, Mom, you know what the Dodgers got? They going to lose. All right. And we had a bet. I couldn't wait to get home from school because, during the World Series, I couldn't wait to get home. I finally won a bet with Moms. If she'd have beat me, I would have had to sleep outside. She'd have been all over me. You get that privilege this year, B-Ham.
oh yeah, I got it this year. I got it, and I truly believe that boy, we finna make some noise, man. We finna surprise a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what that comment was that I've been hearing about the Rams coach made that he won't get embarrassed.
He won't be humiliated again
or something like that. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Hey, but I got news for him though, and I hope he listening. He better pack a lunch when he comes. He better pack a lunch.
I haven't heard that in a long time, cause you're gonna be here a while.
yeah, it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a good minute. You better pack a lunch, so I don't know how it's gonna end up for him. But I still don't see nothing major that they done. So
something. They made a few mistakes in what they did, B-Ham. B-Ham, I'm gonna say goodbye to you, and man, I tell you, I love it when you call in that setting, man. I wish we could stay a little while longer. Got a lot of folks want to say hi tonight, but I'm gonna talk to you later.
Man, I get with you tomorrow.
Hey, good. All right, B-Ham. Have a great night.
All right. You too.
Yeah, B-Ham must be out in the Atlanta area. So, he was dating a girl out there, but I thought he said.
No, I'm out.
Oh, you're in Virginia. That's right. You know Raymond.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in Alabama. All right. Yeah. All right, B-Ham. Looking forward to talking to you later.
Man.
All right.
All right.
And, now the Atlanta man himself from Atlanta, GA. One half of the TNT connection. He hails from right around the block where once upon a time the Atlanta Falcons was about to go to the Super Bowl. Trez must be at the gym. Wait a minute. What is I think while Trez is at the gym, Trey. Or did Trez steal Trey's music? Or Trey's intro? I'm the bone, bad, boom, boom, bad to the bone, bad, bad to the bone, bad to the bone. That's good sound for Trez, boy, because dude. Trez, come on in here, man. We know you bad to the bone.
What's going on, Ronbo? What's going on?
Trez, you had me fooled, man. I thought the Trez snuck in up on you, and all of a sudden it's you.
Yeah, I thought I'd put a twist in there for you, Ron.
That's hilarious, man.
But my partner, the TNT's been missing, so we'll break it in like that. Okay?
Yeah, no, he checked in last week, and I believe he's been busy doing some things. Was that? Am I right? Was that last week? And that's right. Yeah, his little girl is busy doing things, making music and stuff like that. I mean, he's tied up a little bit, but Trez,
right.
what is going on with you?
Not a lot, Ronbo. Just tied up at work myself, with these kids out of school, so
Yeah.
they running me, doing this and that. They got to have your time. So yeah, I'm gonna get back in the thick of things when it's time to get back in the thick of things. We just
There
take
you
a
go.
break.
Hey,
But I'm tuned in every night, though. I'm tuned in every night.
That's why we like to talk about you all the time, just because we know you are. Trez, by the way, as Beham just mentioned, he's got a 12-year-old sitting up in the house looking at the TV when the 49ers come and play, talking about rooting for the Rams. Is your son, who does he root for? And I imagine you don't put up with nothing.
No. My son, he's a 49er fan. Yeah, he's straight up 49. Yeah. He bandwagons basketball, to the point where and he'll tell you in a minute. Oh, I'm bandwagoning basketball.
Is he a Warrior fan?
Well, yeah. See, that's the thing. I'm a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
And he was a Spurs fan, but he's a Warriors fan now. All of a sudden, when Golden State started doing their thing, winning championships, all of a sudden he on the bandwagon. But he'll tell you though, I'm a bandwagon in the NBA. I'm a wagoner. But no, he's 49er in football. He won't change.
Well, see, the thing is, he was right to bandwagon the Spurs, because the Spurs, while Tim Duncan was there, you can count on them being in the playoffs every year. So, yeah, I understand him there.
Yes, sir. But what's going on with this Victor Bolder Jr. and these CEDs, man?
See, I don't know.
That might put this cat off the tune.
That's going to get him, because he was going to fight anyway.
Yeah, he's gonna fight anyway, right?
Yeah, it was gonna be hard. It's hard to make that particular unit this year, real hard.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I like the Victor Bolder Jr. I like him, man.
Yeah, I thought he didn't get a fair shot last year. Yeah, so I was hoping he'd do this year.
PEDs, that was kind of strange. I was like, he didn't suffer no major injury where you would need PEDs, but I guess it's a competition thing. I guess.
Trez, you know what? Last year he hurt his knee, remember? Oh, maybe that's why he went that route. Because I was wondering why he did that.
Most of them do that deer antler thing, that spray, that deer antler spray,
and that's
like what Ray Lewis did.
And that's not legal, huh?
No, it's not legal. It's definitely not legal. Yeah.
I never even heard of that. Deer antler.
Yeah.
Man, these dudes be finding the stuff to get things going, don't it? I bet it's expensive, too.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy though.
Yeah, he's but I'm trying. Trez, you got Pierre Garçon, you got Marquise Goodwin, you got Trent Taylor, you got Pettis, and it's Pettis. So who did I leave out of that? Anyway, you got Kendrick Bourne in there. The 49ers. That position was going to be hard to make, no matter what conditions. So I understand Victor's pain. Victor said, I got to do something. Because, man, that unit, man, where'd they go put me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I guess he wanted to make sure he would be out. He can at least compete, Yeah. Yeah, but I don't believe in cheating and not in anything you do.
No.
I don't believe in that. So, yeah. You're cheating the game in yourself when you do that.
Yeah.
Let's move on, though, Ronbo. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Dez Bryant. I think Dez Bryant is getting a bad rap. I do. I think Dez is getting a bad rap because, let me tell you, not as far as him coming to us. I don't want to see Dez over here. I think he is a locker room counselor.
Yeah.
That's just the man himself. But as far as Dez's productivity, I think he's getting a bad rap. And the reason why I say this is because let me throw somebody up for you to remember, go back to. You remember when Roddy White was being phased out of Atlanta's offense? They were moving on from right to right. That was exactly when Kyle first got there. They stopped throwing Roddy the ball. They phased Roddy clean out of the offense. And everybody was wondering what's going on. What's going on? Right. And his productivity went south of the border. So that's what I'm saying. Your productivity is going to go south when people are trying to phase you out, man. And that's what, if you remember, that was the same thing that was going on with Dez. They weren't throwing Dez the ball anymore. And then when they did throw him, when they did give him the target, he was dropping them. But because you still got to have a chemistry with your quarterback. So if you being phased out on the offense, how are you going to build that chemistry or have that chemistry with a guy that's hardly even throwing you the ball?
That's
so that's
true.
what I said. I think he's getting a bad rap. So I think Dez's productivity is down per se. I just remember them last year phasing him out of that offense, though, like they was moving on from him.
Well, Trez, do you think he'd get better with Jimmy G? People have gotten my attention on that. You're right, because Dak is not that great. He's okay, but I don't know if he's great. If he got with Jimmy's accuracy and ability to throw people open, I wonder what he'd look like. I am curious. I'm like you, though. I don't want him in the locker room, but still.
I think he would look like Antoine Bowden, just younger. You know how Antoine Bowden gave us at least 3 good quality years.
Yeah.
He was
and you know what's so funny?
because
you're right. Anquan had no speed, but you couldn't stop him from getting receptions. He was a number 1 guy on the team and couldn't run a lick.
Right. And could get us that first down, though. He could get us that first down.
His route running was rough. I think Antoine hurt people when he was trying to cover him. Because remember that Rams game when that dude was laying down in the dirt and Anquan trotted into the end zone? That was one of the Rams' better cover guys, too.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what Anquan did to him. Because the film, you don't see what happened there. You see him laying down in the dirt, looking up like, what happened, ref? Man hit me so hard, you should have heard all that noise.
He trucked him. That's what he did. Yeah, he trucked him.
I did
honestly,
like him.
Though, my opinion is, this is my opinion, I think Dez is getting a bad rap.
You could be right.
And where he catch on, I have no idea. But like I said, he needs to get with a young team that has young receivers. Maybe he can come in like Richard and do what Richard is doing, mentor some guys. You know what I'm saying? And kind of help coach a little bit on a young staff that's got young receivers. But just not with us. No.
Yeah. Well, he didn't want to play with Baltimore. Of course, everybody understands that. But because they gave him a deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gave him a multi-year deal. He turned that down. I couldn't believe that. Yeah. And then T.O., leave that stuff over there where he at. Nowhere. At the crib, home, broke, wherever he at. Because T.O., in my opinion, all these 49ers, ex-49ers claiming not to be 49ers, come on, man. Who do that? But now you begging to get back on the squad.
I hope he's playing. I do not believe T.O.'s serious. That's too funny.
No. They put it on the Bleacher Report. They make the Bleacher Report his news.
There's a tweet out. I read the tweet. He's serious as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Watch John Lynch think about it, because John thinks about everything.
No, ain't no need to think about that. No, he's being inducted in the Hall of Fame, right? So this year, right? So he can't play.
Tress, let me read it to you. Terrell Owens, thanks. I know Jimmy G is going to need a big play receiver this year at some point. Let's make it happen. # stay ready. Vet minimum.
So he wants the vet minimum. Boy, I tell you, boy.
T.O., you should just come on and play just out of the goodness of your heart. You don't need no money.
I got a spot for him on the sideline. It's called Ball Boy. Hey, can't nobody catch it better than he can over there and throw it back to the referee. How about that?
The 49er news this year is just hilarious stuff. Reuben made all the bad drama you could make, and here comes T.O. with this foolishness and comedy. You got Dez Bryant sitting over there saying, I want to play the 49ers. Whoop, delete it. Leave it out there just long enough for everybody to read it.
Yeah. Stir some controversy real quick so his name can remain relevant, If you put the ideal out there, you get people thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Works every time.
You know what they say, out of sight, out of mind, Ronbo.
I know. And with social media, it's like you can put it out there for a few minutes. That's all you need. Depends on who you are, and everybody will get it. They'll read. Somebody took a picture of it. Trez, I'm gonna tell you.
But my last thing, Ronbo, I want all our players not to participate in any of these games, when you're doing these charity games, because you see what happened to Clay Matthews today You know, shot straight to the nose. Look, so none of our players need to be doing that. If players, look, if you just show up at the charity game, wave your hand, you know what I'm saying, be kind of like a sponsor.
Yeah.
We don't need that. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that. We don't need none of our players injured like that. No, sir.
No, that's that's.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Trez.
Yeah.
Let me.
Yeah.
Here's one funny thing before you go. Somebody named Old Styling puts in that thread under TO talk about coming back to 49ers and hashtag him. That Terrell Owens picture of him saying Terrell Owens says he wouldn't pick 49ers if he were inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't see. TO didn't hit like. Oh man, there's always a laugh every week. I dress. Let me see them all
leave that circus where it's at, Ronbo. Leave that circus where it's at. But look, all right, that's my time. Shout out to my tag team partner, man. Shout out to everybody, man. And Ronbo, we out of here, man.
Trez, be looking for you, man. Come on back when you get ready, all right?
Yes, sir, Ronbo. We got you bad to the bone.
There he is. Just Trez, because he's BTB. Bad to the bone. You got to do like a Thorogood. Bad to the bone. Bad. Thorogood, man. He stopped making records too soon. We need some more. Oh, man. Hey, Niner native, yes.
Okay. What's up? What's up, Ronbo? Okay.
Niner native, man. You, bruh. Man, it's been... Man, everybody's making plans already, Niner native. Looks like this season's going to be crazy good, man.
Hey, man, I tried to, I don't know, what's the same day? No, I don't think it was. But I was at the State of the Franchise, man.
Yeah.
That was pretty tight, dude. So I went there and got a lot of good video. I uploaded it all to Instagram. And that was pretty tight, man. Seeing the jersey reveal, seeing Jerry Rice got to,
you're running out there, right?
with him.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
You got a photo with Jerry?
Again, man. You know,
right.
Yeah. I'll get that up there too. But hey, Jerry Rice, man, he's kind of arrogant. I kind of wish I wouldn't have met him. To be honest,
what do you mean?
Like, that boy it was his night, I guess. He took that night to shine because he was, the way he dogged Montana and Young on stage, like that, man. A lot of us.
I think he was joking. He thought that'd be funny.
Yeah, he was joking. I think it was just a poorly placed joke.
The
way he came off about it, but.
Yeah.
And that boy, man, they look good, bro. I was first row sitting row. No, I was about 3 rows back sitting there. It was good, man. Good view. Got to see Kyle Shanahan. That man has swag, dude. I'll tell you what.
Smooth.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't come off like a traditional NFL coach. He's so, he got style, man. That guy got style.
Yeah.
It was good. And then yesterday took we went over to the 49er Museum. That was pretty good, man. Have you ever been there?
All right. There you go. That's how to spend a day.
Yeah. The 49ers Museum was tight, man. Went through, sat there. When you go inside, you can say it's real interactive. The state of the art. They didn't waste any money.
Spare.
They put pure value. Spare. They didn't spare any dollar building that place. It was really tight, man.
That's right. And that's why the city of Santa Clara is still making Jed pay his bills. It's hilarious. We haven't heard anything about that this year, but every year for the last 2 years, the 49ers owe us a very large undisclosed sum that we won't discuss. But Jed York is fully aware of it and has not complied.
Exactly.
Leave him alone.
Yeah.
You guys are making money.
Yeah, that place looked very expensive. The statues inside that they got of all the Hall of Fame players, not Hall of Fame players, but all of our Super Bowl squads.
Yeah.
They're $80,000 a piece. $80,000 a piece for the statues. Ooh. And when you look up at Dwight Clark, you look up at Dwight Clark and Ronnie Lott, you see these lives to the exact specifications and measurements of the uniform. It's just beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing.
I tell you, man.
And then if you go to my Twitter, I follow you on there at Niner Native. I uploaded my picture with Adrian Colbert,
man, right after the museum, Ronbo, I couldn't make this up, brother. Right after the museum, me and my ladies went to that the AMC movie theater over there.
Yeah.
And I'm getting popcorn with my fat ass, and I turn around, and I'm like, wait, I said, that's Adrian Colbert. They look, like his dreads were popping out over the top of the concession stand, and so I went over there. I said, "What's up, man? I said, "What's up, man? We gonna get that Super Bowl." He turned around. It was cool, man. It was dope. It was a really cool experience.
See,
I got to watch.
We got a lot of players like that. They're real, down to earth people. So yeah.
Oh man, it was dope. So it was him and a rookie, and I still, man, I can't. It looked like Fred Warner, but at the I kind of when we went up to AC, and he was like, yeah, gave us hugs. We were sitting there just talking, taking pictures. Well, the rookie kind of slinked out of the scene. It was real. I knew he was a player, but I wouldn't know his face. Maybe I wouldn't know his face right away. So he had to have been a rookie. And we were watching Deadpool 2, and it was empty where we were sitting. And sure as shit, me and my girl, we sat with Adrian Colbert during Deadpool 2, right next to him the whole time.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your photos.
Pictures, man. Go to,
I'm looking at your photos right now. I see you sitting between. Sitting in the statues. I'm looking at the photo with you posing with Adrian. So cool.
Yeah. Okay. It was nice, man. It was good. And, it was funny. I'll tell you real quick. I know you got to get off the line. So Adrian was eating these Micanites, and he was eating them, man. But, Micanites in the box, they're loud. Sliding,
crunch, yeah.
They slide in the box, and so he's sitting over there, and my girl, of course, is sitting next to him, which was I didn't mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this time.
Go to sit next to him, rub elbows with him. It's okay.
Yeah.
But so she's sitting there, and in the middle of the movie, man, those Micanites were sliding in the box, rattling around.
Right.
And I told him, I said, man, bruh, you're hell loud with those Micanites. And then the rookies started laughing. Dude, we were going ham in the movie theater. It was tight, man. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time.
And if it wasn't a 49er making all that noise over there, you'd be complaining real. But since it was, it's all right. I know it's. I know.
Oh no, yeah, it was good. And hey, but they're about it, man. Just talking to him. I was trying to respect his privacy. Obviously, he doesn't want to be giving up team secrets talking. But I asked him. I said, hey, are we gonna get this? We're gonna get this championship. And he goes, man. He's like, we're after it, one game at a time. He's like, we're doing it. We're on it. It's beautiful, And I was telling him, I said, man, that Battle of the Bay, it's not just a game. Like out here in California, football is a culture. It goes into our families. I said, man, you can't, I got to be all gas, no breaks, and just leave them done, leave them defeated on that field at the Battle of the Bay. And he was laughing. He's like, man, we do it for the fans. That's what we do it with every game. We're gonna we got our focus set. So it was pretty tight, man. Just talking to him.
Tell you, man. These guys, they know what they got. They potentially know because they seen what they did in the last 5 games of last year. So you can expect them to go after it this year. They be going because they know they could beat people. So
yeah, absolutely. Cassius Marsh, he's playing with a lot of pride, a lot of self-pride. I mean, Armstead beefing up. I mean, you got, across the line, Fred Warner showing out real early, diagnosing plays. And he played in that hybrid safety position. So at BYU, and that's what we can have Foster across the middle nailing dudes, but we also need that pass interrupt in the middle.
There's
if
so
he's in there able
potential.
to reach up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, because if you got talent like that, wow, you can get real creative with that defense. Foster and Fred Warner. Whoa, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And what do you think about Jimmy Ward? Where does he go? I think Jimmy Ward gets I think he gets the axe, honestly.
No, Jimmy can play every position on the field. He has a huge value because we come up with these injuries every year. So if you got a guy like Jimmy Ward, you can put him in on certain packages and plays to keep him busy. But you got him to step in should something go wrong. He's not going anywhere. So.
Well, here's the thing, though. He can't shift into Colbert. I mean, Colbert's definitely our number one, and we keep him as maybe a backup or secondary. But he's not going to go to corner. So like I kind of feel like his value there. Maybe at the end of the season at the beginning of the season we do something with him for value. It's kind of like it because I think he's the odd man out there.
Yeah, there is that possibility, but like I say, if you trade him, you better get something good because we're talking about a guy who can play the slot, he can play safety, he can play the edge, and he does them all at a high level. So yeah, they better get a second round pick. Maybe I'll take a third at the most or at the worst. So hey, Niner Native, let me talk to you tomorrow if you get some time. I'll be looking for you.
Yeah, I'm standing outside the office right now. We'll have to clock out anyways.
All right,
man, much love, man. I give you a plug every time I can, man. Everybody I talk to, try to get on the Ronbo hype, man.
Thanks, Niner Native. Appreciate it, fam. All right.
All right,
talk to you later.
Okay. All right, bye.
I love when he does that. Okay. Hey, Angel Cortez, man. What's up? He says, please officially welcome, is that Nahu to the Niner family. He's been undercover for a while. Hey, explain that to me. Undercover. Oh, he's a Raider fan? That's what I like about our people. We could smell a Raider fan a mile away because most of them don't bathe. And therefore, it's got to be a Raider fan. Rams fans never stop talking poo-poo, so we know them when we see them, too. See, because the Rams have no right to talk any poo-poo, but they do. Had quoted one the other day saying things like, hey, and I won't tell you who said it. Hey, you know what the people at ESPN said? Same old sorry 49ers. I said, wait a minute. Where have I heard that before? Come on, Rudy. Ooh, I wasn't supposed to mention his name. Come on, Rudy, man. Get your own material, man. Stop stealing. Who's going to recognize that faster than me? I'm the Niner fan, and we said that about y'all how many years ago? Same old sorry-ass Rams. Where's that come from? No, it didn't originate in L.A. Where were we? Yeah. Let me see. Go on. So, Ronbo Maniacs just got my... he got his Jimmy G threads in today. As they say in Atlanta, the Spartan Empire. Ow! 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 Hey, Pedro! Give it a shout out to the Spartan Niner Empire, Atlanta, GA. And also, don't forget about girl TJ out there. And you know Trez is already out there. We got a lot of folks in Atlanta, actually, man. I love me some Atlanta. Virginia, East Coast, just be smoking, man. All New Jersey, New York. Yeah! Niner fam. Oh, as a matter of fact, hey, there he is. HBK.
Yeah, and I think he kind of left North Carolina out or something. Hey,
let me go down to the whole Southeast, because I left Florida out too. That whole Southeast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, it's an icon. It's a showstopper. It's the main event. Mr. San Francisco is back. What up, Ronbo?
You know, HBK, I thought about you the other day, man. I was a little concerned because I know how much you appreciate Victor Bolden Jr. This is going to break. Oh, HBK is going to be crushed. This is terrible.
Yeah, Ronbo, it's like, I'm afraid I just may have to concede defeat to you as far as, my main guy being on the odd man out and stuff. I mean, as soon as I heard that my man Victor Bolden got that 4-game suspension on PEDs, somebody, man, I'm like, oh, God. I mean, I know Ronbo. I know Ronbo is waiting with a smile on his face.
No, hey, HBK, I am definitely a Victor Bolden fan. I wanted to see him make it. I still hope he makes it. Yeah. You know, his return was dazzling last year, and I felt he didn't get enough chance to play wide receiver. So I'm definitely on Victor Bolden's. I'm hoping he makes it. I like Kendrick Bourne. I'd like to see them both make it, though. It's not about one or the other.
Well, I mean, it's like, just to, touch upon, like, real quick, is there like a 50-50 chance, that he could still somehow make the team but still sit these 4 games?
Yeah, of course. You know what?
Just like curiosity.
If he shows out, and he's got plenty of time in preseason, you can't turn your back on that. So all he's got to do is come out and play hard, because he's got the talent. Just go out there and put a show on.
Okay. I'll definitely agree with that, but it's like at the same time, I'm also, bracing for life without Victor Bowling. So I'm just gonna wait to training camp and just let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah,
But as far as
that's all we can
T.O.
do.
goes, as far as T.O., that Benedict Darnold, that backstabbing bastard, fuck him. Fuck him. I mean, it's like,
You're not forgiving him either, right?
Like you talk about us. I mean, it's like all this smack you talk about it. Oh, you glad you left San Francisco and stuff. And then by the way and stuff, you be like, okay, I don't want to be inducted into Hall of Fame as 4-9. Bitch, fuck you. I mean, it's like, first off, who made those dumbass stuff with the catch part too? Did that somehow slip your mind, T.O.? I mean, you ungrateful bastard.
I don't know why he thought.
No.
That's why I don't know why he thought he could put that tweet out there and not catch all kind of flack. He's getting it too, boy. People are just on it.
No, it's like it's like my grandma used to say. It's like you definitely tore your britches with me, T.O.
Yeah.
You tore your britches with me. Completely.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
No. Yeah, that's one of those old grandma saying stuff.
Because as soon as you said britches, you know.
You also get britches with me. But yeah, Ronbo and stuff. I'm feeling the
Wait, I want to do a question. And I know in New York or New Jersey area, they was wearing dungarees. Y'all wear dungarees in the South?
We did, but back in the day, like mid to late '90s. But I mean, it's like they still might, but I don't really know still a lot. But yeah, I mean, it's like it's a real trendy thing going on here on the East Coast, back in the day.
Yeah. Dungarees.
But at the same time, I mean, but like at the same time and stuff. I'm definitely feeling the throwback meanings and stuff. There's just one slight problem with that. I mean, it's like, and it's a good problem, but I kind of noticed it. It's like those are the road unis. I mean, we need the red to go. I mean, to really bring back the spirit of '94. I mean, it's like if you want to go ahead. I mean, because those are like what we use on the road. I mean, it's like I can't see those as a home jersey. I mean, now if you want to go ahead and even it out, okay, bring in a throwback. Niner jersey and stuff. Red. With the red. The shadow numbers. Stuff. To really. Have a road and a home, but at the same time and stuff. I mean, if that's what we wear for home and stuff, it's all good. Yeah. I kind of just wanted to point that out and stuff.
Well, you don't.
But as far as,
no, I'm just saying because they're gonna keep their latest 21st century millennial look as far as every week, but the throwback be twice this year, from what I heard. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also stuff I wanted to point out. So I remember y'all was talking about like one of the calls was talking about like getting a jersey at JCPenney. I mean, I remember getting a jersey at JCPenney too. It was a Steve Young jersey, and it's like, and another thing that I hate that I misplaced when I was moving was my dad had got me a 49er starter, like the pullover starter, with the pouch. Oh, I mean, it's like, I love the hell out of that thing. And now that my dad is no longer, with me anymore, he's in heaven.
Yeah.
It's like, it takes on even more greater value now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then by him being, and then week one, Ronbo, week one is going to be really kind of like, bittersweet because my team, the 49ers, played my dad's team, the Vikings, and by him, passing away like 7 months ago. It's kind of like a bittersweet moment. I mean, it's like it's kind of like a bittersweet moment. But I did tell my pops and stuff. When I was talking to him, as far as like I still feel my dad's spirit in his presence. But I'm like, Pops, don't get it twisted, bro. I mean, it's like we are still coming to win. I mean, it's like I know Vikings are your team, 49ers are my team, and trust me, Ronbo, it's like when the dude was saying that his son was like a Rams fan. I remember last year during preseason, me and my dad, we sitting here watching the Vikings preseason game.
Yeah.
And 49ers Vikings, and we're up. Next thing you know, the Vikings started coming back on us, and that's when Jared McKinnon ran that touchdown back on us and stuff. I'm like, whoa. And all of a sudden, my dad was talking like they just want to see. Well, I'm like, Pop, it's just a preseason game. So I don't care. So I just sat back and let him have a little fun and stuff.
Yeah, but he was almost right. They came one stupid play. I mean, they came close. The Vikings, that first game was going to be rough, tell you. But the 49ers can
But at the
prevail.
same time, Ronbo, but like at the same time, Ronbo, stuff. I believe in what we got, and I'm just gonna stop, playing into all the naysayers, man. Chris Carter, whoever, just let them say what they want to say because we're just gonna keep our mouth shut and do what we do. And then whenever we down in Atlanta, hosting Ocean 6 somebody trophy, I don't want to hear shit. Nobody. I want to hear a goddamn thing.
We're going to hear from them. We're going to have to go find them people. You know what? All the people we've been putting up with, all the crap coming out of their mouth, we're going to have to go find them. I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to find them, but I'm going to hunt them down. I got names, social media. I know I'm going to go after them.
If you go hunt them down, Ronbo and stuff, I definitely want me, the TNT connection, Tread, everybody. We're gonna hunt them down one by one, and it's gonna be slow and painful, and it's gonna be joy to our face. So to see them suffer slow and memorable, it's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious. But at the same time, it's like I know you got to roll, because I know you got other people want to get their shine on. But I just want to point something out to you real quick. Sometimes when I call into the show, it'll say wait for the organizer, or if you're the organizer, it's like, please, dial your presenter code or something. I'm like, what's this? It's like, see, that's why I haven't been on like last week. It said like, it'll ask me am I the organizer? Okay. I dialed the code, and then it'll give me some little funky, weird message. And I'm like, okay, I can't get on. It's like all that stuff.
I'm just getting a signal on that. You may have called a little early. Because if you got that code, that means you called before the show started.
Oh, it's like now seeing the thing. I'm like, what's this? It's like, I'm trying to get on with man.
It's the police. They're watching you. Because if you be the first person, that means you got to be the organizer. So, all right, HBK, be looking for you tomorrow. Man, we'll be back. It's Monday night.
Hey, it's like, see you on Monday Night Raw, HBK, and the Click. Hey, we out, bro.
All right, fam. It's HBK. All right, so let's go get. What does that do? NAHU. Our mods are being real nice tonight. They're allowing for, as long as people don't get out of line, you can be a Raider fan. We have more sympathy for you being a Raider fan than anything else. So if you want to come in and talk about the chances you have, which are pretty much none, we're kind of entertained by that. But hey, Gohart says, and my pops just got his Sherm dog threads in today, the black and red, and he got me at the Jimmy J thing. Yo, man. Hey, man, the factories are working overtime for the 49ers, man. They got to be really busting butt. Joey Mahoney, yeah, dum-de-doo-ah. Ooh, yeah. Joey Mahoney. Joey's one who sent me the tip that Terrell Owens suddenly wants to become or return to the 49er uniform. I would just love it if T.O. they let him do it. I can see the fans, 49er fans, would be just boo. It'd be fights in the stands. Some people are still loyal to T.O. Hey, man, what are you doing, man? He's still a 49er. He disowned us before they gave him his Hall of Fame memory. So I don't want to hear it. Man, I'm telling you, man, stop. You need to see it now. It'd be crazy. Joey, what's up?
Occasion. And if you do that, it's really unfair. It's really unfair.
Oh. Hey.
My quarterback.
Joey, is that you and some of the guys putting on this production? It's my quarterback.
I'll tell you what what you say.
But it's Joey dig these recordings up. You gotta go for that stuff.
Ronbo! My man!
That's my quarterback. Hey, don't talk about T.O. T.O. and I are definitely, we are Instagram friends. So y'all quit talking about T.O. And I'm going to put him in a uniform. We're going to put him in a uniform and let him get a few plays. T.O. forgot to get hit at this point and not being used to it is going to be seriously hurt. I can see T.O. now making one reception. Bam! T.O. walk to the sideline, take his helmet off, pull his jersey off. All right, coach, you know what? I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm through. I can't tell you how bad that hurt. Hey, Joey, so what's up, man? You want to talk about T.O. or what? What do you got going on here?
Whatever you want to talk about, Ronbo. I'm good with anything.
Well, I tell you what, are you concerned? There are those that are out there. You know how people love to find something wrong. There are those out there crying about, see that deep ball? He hasn't improved that deep ball yet. What? I mean,
just watch.
It's OTAs, okay? This is the time to make the adjustments, you know. But some people, he's going to have a problem with that deep ball. Oh, God. Those are the people that are starting to bother me already. So, yeah. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, Rumble, you know what? We're going to see how good that deep ball is when we play the Minnesota Vikings, aren't we?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
One thing about Kyle.
Well, Marquise blows.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, we'll see how good that deep ball is when Marquise blows right by both safeties like he did last year in the preseason.
And they were standing there. And once you get behind Marquise, there's no point in pretending like you're going to catch him. That's what I get a kick out of. There's going to be new theatrics next year on how to act when Marquise Goodwin runs past you. Yeah.
You put your hands on your hips.
Yeah, right.
And look at each other.
Or as you're running down the field, you grab your your hamstring. Like, you limp down the field a little bit, you know. Make it look like you could have caught him if you wouldn't have hurt your leg.
Then when the coach comes over and asks what's wrong, he goes, man, I got my ass burned.
You know? You know what? There's no coach in the world that'll be fooled. If you walk to the sideline, you better go to the opposite end of the bench of where the coach is. Because if you walk by him, he's going to say something. That's what they do. Because coaches get pissed. And that's when they're not polite anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I will give Trez his credit, though. Everything he said about Des Bryant not getting a fair rap, I agree 100%. How he broke it down in the comparisons that he did, completely agree. But I will say this: a few callers ago, like 4 or 5 callers ago, was saying that number 11 was about to get kicked off the team, and he was talking about Bolden. Well, number 11 is Marquise Goodwin, so
yeah, I knew he was talking about Bolden.
Talking about.
As soon as he said
like,
PEDs, Marquise is not taking PEDs. What? Because Marquise is wearing his own uniform. You know, it's so funny because veterans wear their real number in OTAs and preseason. It's rookies that'll get like 2 and 3 numbers before OTAs is over. So I didn't know, maybe, because we don't have enough numbers, right? Because the way it is now, you have 2 guys running around with the same number on. So if I was a guy coming to camp, hey, can I have the same number as Marquise? Well, you got to ask him first. He doesn't allow just anybody to wear his number. He's kind of superstitious. I can just see Marquise now. Hey, Keith. Yeah, man, what's up? Yeah, my name is Raymond Kill. What you want, man? Coach, somebody asked you, can I wear your number? Hell no. What do you do, right?
Go back to coach, ask for another number.
That's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
All right, thanks, Keith. Man, you still my dude, man. That'd be so embarrassing, especially if you did it in front of people.
The 2 guys in camp that I would really like to see play in preseason are C.J. Goodwin and Terrell Williams. Both guys are 6'4" and
fast, especially
and
Terrell.
Fast.
Yeah.
So those are 2 guys that I mean I'm not like expecting like high hopes for, but if you think about it, I mean we want to see them, and then if one of them could be like a Brandon Browner who went to the Seahawks as an undrafted free agent, and then all of a sudden, and then think about it, because Seattle had Rich Sherman, Brandon Browner, and a couple other guys that they were all really tall, really long, but fast. And I think if Terrell Williams or C.J. Goodwin could be that as like a last spot on a corner, and then all of a sudden, start to play really well, that might be like another steal.
Backup. Hey, how tall is Adrian?
Yeah.
Is Adrian 6'1"?
Adrian
6'2".
Adrian Colbert?
Yeah.
Adrian is 6'2".
See, we already got something forming that will remind you of the LOB. I want, we got to get another name though. But yeah, we got that kind of thing going on now. And Adrian is faster than Browner. So, this is going to be an interesting team. Man.
It will. And you remember how we were talking last year, and I asked you when we were doing our video talk on when you had me do an interview, and you said, what's your 53 going to be like? And I said, I don't know. That's going to be hard to tell. If we could have known last year what all the cuts were going to be like, and this year you have all these great players that we brought in and drafted and undrafted players, who are you going to let go? I mean, gee, that's like, what's your 53 going to look like?
It's really going to be a tough
if it was tough.
You know what? We got to get into that soon. You throw your 53 out there really quick. But, Joey, we got to go now. Tell you what, man, good question. I mean, we know it's so early. We still got to see these guys move around a little bit first, so it's about a month away.
I can't wait, though. I mean, it's going to be so tough to decide who stays and who goes, man.
Crazy exciting. All right, fam. See you tomorrow, Joey.
You got it, buddy. Thank you so much for everything you do, Ronbo.
Thanks, Joey. Appreciate you, man. All right. And we go to Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Lorenzo.
That's right, Mr. Ronbo. That's right. I'm back. I'm back. How's it been, Ronbo? How's it been?
Man, it's doing all right, man, because, we ain't getting no bad reports. After Reuben got freed, it just became like, oh, man. So,
I know, right? It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary because ain't nobody talking about no bad reports,
I know, right?
Nobody breaking the rules.
Because we went how long? February, March, April, May. And that's 4 months of anxiety and worry. I mean, we're talking about Reuben Foster here. Everybody's saying, oh, man, we'd be all right without him. No, we won't. We'll try to be all right without him. Hey, Lorenzo, here's the thing. What we got now in Fred Warner is very interesting, though. I didn't know he was going. They say Fred hands on the ball is not bad, too. I mean, damn good. He's got Mike potential, not just will. He could be put up at the top running things. I said, what? You did what? And got cover skills, too? Oh, my Lord. Malcolm Smith is still on the team.
Part, Robo. The front seven is nothing but first round picks.
When you think about it. Yeah, right. Devo, Solomon T, Eric. 1, 2, 3. With the edge, not a first round pick. Could have been, though. But we didn't go for one. But we don't need that. Yeah. Reuben Foster, first round pick. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all first round picks. Yeah.
That's crazy. The thing is, these players, along with Reuben Foster and some of the front seven, they're barely coming into their own. Yep. They're growing into their bodies. Mm-hmm. So, and the sky's the limit for that defense.
Yeah, and they will hit it too. And the Rams gonna be the recipients of Hey, you see that? You see that Rocky Balboa movie? When they ask Clubber Lang the prediction for the fight, and Clubber just looks at the camera. Pain.
Crazy, man. Crazy. I think people gonna surprise. I mean, the 49ers are gonna surprise people in general. I mean, even though the salty Eric Mandini was over there talking, I think that report. I think that replay.
Stupid.
Man, he was so salty. Like he just got cut from a team. That's how salty he was.
Man, and to tell a player he ain't got no business thinking he's going to the Super Bowl. Who did Chris and Eric think they were? Who the hell? That right, they got to talk like that. They could preach, they can go for whatever goal they want to. You could come in and talk about this nonsense about going to the Super Bowl. And Lorenzo, my favorite is, Chris Carter says, you know what I would say to Jerick McKinnon if he was here right now? I'd say, do you think your team is better than the Minnesota Vikings team was of last year? Say what? Chris, you still loading up, ain't you? You must be high. You're talking to me like this. I wouldn't believe it. What? Oh.
You know what it shows though, Ronbo? Shows that Chris Carter's only made it to the championship game.
Yeah, I know.
And he's only been a kick away from going to the Super Bowl.
And his feelings are hurt. You don't want the 49ers to get too excited. Don't get too happy about what you may potentially be able to do. Be like me. I was hoping I could win something every year. All I got is this gold jacket. Well, I'd give this gold jacket back in a heartbeat for one ring. You ain't getting one, Chris. Your eyes may shine, your teeth may grit. But a Super Bowl ring you'll never get.
That's crazy though. Just thinking about it, Rob. I never thought since Richard Sherman broke into the league, I was gonna be more excited now because he's a 49er than when he was a Hawk. Every time I seen him on TV, I was like, man, somebody cut to a damn commercial. I don't want to see his face.
I know. Boy, the hatred was heavy, wasn't it? I mean, I hated Richard Sherman so bad. Man. Every time you can just see his face. Every time we get ready to play the Hawks, I'm saying, that's what happens when you put a sorry receiver like Crabtree on me. Don't you ever talk about me. Oh, man, give me a baseball bat and let me get just 1 foot away from this dude, man. Oh, I was mad. But, we all hated him. And now look at this.
It's like he's a 49er legend. You see what I'm saying? Like, people talk about him like, okay, yeah, it's Richard Sherman. I even
jersey.
have to. Yeah, it's like, am I playing Madden or what am I playing here? It's crazy.
Lorenzo, have you forgiven him? No, I've gotten over it. I got no hatred for Richard Sherman.
I got over it a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get over it. If he breaks out and he's got something to prove, he's gonna do it in a red and gold jersey.
And he does.
So that's where it's like,
And he wants to go back and kick his teams.
What you talking about?
Yeah. Well, he wants to go back and beat the Hawks. I mean, I gotta love him for that, And Russ know not to throw at him.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Beating the Hawks, first and foremost, got to beat the Rams. As long as we can beat the Rams, because they talk so much shit.
Later for the Hawks, that's true. Give me the Rams right now.
Yeah.
So,
you gotta beat the Rams, and then for me, on a wide receiver front, is who you gonna cut and who you gonna keep on the 53.
It's gonna be the hardest decision. Oh, that's gonna be hard. I don't know what they're gonna do. Lorenzo, we go. I tell you what, though, we talk about this tomorrow, man. Who do you both the wide receivers and the cornerbacks? My God, got too many, and they're good.
49ers got too many rotational players that you'd be like, okay, they can fit right there, ain't no problem.
Tell you, all right, fam. I'll be looking for you tomorrow, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll see you tomorrow, though.
All right, Lorenzo. Have a good night. Hey, Tyrone. Thanks, Tyrone. He says, are you going to the 49ers picnic on the 16th? Tyrone, I'm looking at this now, man. And it says, picnic on the field, benefiting the 49ers Foundation, Saturday, June 16th, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Tyrone, I'm telling you right now, if something happens, and I got a feeling because I do some crazy work hours, I'm not going to promise to be there, but I'm telling you right now, I'm going to tell people about this as much as I can. Because it's going to be like standing room only out there anyway. Tyrone, appreciate your fam. And you got a promoter now, Jack. We talk about this all the time. Big Nick, and bring your, hey, and they can barbecue some hawk meat for you. You know what we're going to start doing? I don't know if Seahawk meat tastes, I'm thinking it probably smells a little gamey. You know what I'm saying? Fishy. I wouldn't want my meat, chicken meat, anything chicken-like cannot smell fishy. It doesn't work. When I'm eating fish, I love the smell of fish. I mean, if I'm eating oysters and it smells like chicken, I'm not going to be happy. If I'm eating bird meat, if it smells fishy, I'm still not going to be happy. I'm going to tell you the truth. Seahawks in general, I don't really appreciate the ones flying around and the ones, isn't that the one when you're sitting down, you ever eaten Sausalito? You know, some of them restaurants got decks. And if you walk to the bathroom and come back, they're sitting down there just working your plate over. And you, hey, oh, God, I'll bring my food back. Is that a Seahawk? See, oh, wait a minute. Am I mixing a Seahawk up with a, it's not a seagull. I'm going to call it, it's still a Seahawk. Anyway, if you're eating a Sausalito outside, don't leave your food unprotected. But most of the restaurants there will give you another dish. They think that's funny when you get your food ate up because you left unattended. Oh, hey, and Jesus, my king, hey! Sheriff Rose Matheson doesn't like Cowboy fans. Just the FYI, if you're coming on over here, Sheriff Rose is a moderator. So if you come over, if you're a Cowboy fan, you better be polite. If you're any rival fan, you come to the chat, you probably better be polite. Those guys have a hair trigger. Hey, and 559. Hello. Hey, 559. Meanwhile, I'm Really today watches tapers with the Vikings. I like the way he runs north. Who are we talking about there, guys? I got Funk Bass. Okay. Is 559 here yet? It's Fresno. 559. Hey, Fresno. Come on in, Fresno. Fresno. Oh. You know, Fresno, there's that stretch of freeway they're going down. We're driving south and get through Fresno. I always love, does you notice your car seems to pick up speed? You know, you can lift your foot off the accelerator and you still, if you're going 80, 85, 90, or you ever notice how the car just glides so smoothly through that area? Until you look behind you, you see this red flash, you know. Look in the mirror. And you know, it's so funny because you notice when you're driving fast and you got busted, why do you slow down? I mean, you come off the accelerator like the cops and say, okay, you're fine then. I got to tell you, though, coming out of SFO airport one time, I had like a Mustang that I just wanted to see how fast it would go. And I let the convertible top down. I was flying down the road. I got that puppy up to 100. You know, that's American muscle, right? So I'm coming down the road, and a cop rides up next to me on a motorcycle. Hey, you know what's really scary about them motorcycles? The CHP, if you know anything about them motorcycles, how in the hell did he roll up on me like that? I was not going slow. And he rolled up on me. I didn't even see where he came from. Because you know what they do? They ride in and out of lanes. And all of a sudden, he's like riding next to me. And he says, that's a warning. I figured he was getting off duty, right? So he gave me a break. He's giving me the signal to slow down. Talk about slowing. I slowed all the way down. He kept going. To this day, that happened years ago. I'm still, thank you, Lord. I would have never got through paying that ticket. And he rode off. I'm telling you, I don't know what them CHP cops got in that motorcycle, man. But that was a big bike. It looked like a Honda. What's that big Honda bike? Anyway, I think that's what that was. Because, you know, the big saddles and pads on it. What's Honda? What is that? Anyway, I've learned to slow down coming down the road. Because, you know. And, out of San Jose, got embarrassed the same way. As I'm riding down the road, I was riding on the shoulder. Don't ever get caught riding down the shoulder in the San Jose area. As the cops like to get you from a distance, even if you can't get, you know, the traffic jams coming down through San Jose, right? I'm riding on the shoulder trying to get away. Sir, yeah, get with the criminal. License plate, blank, blank, blank. Yeah, get off that shoulder. And they're rude. They don't say, yeah, get off that shoulder and back on the pavement, or I'll write you a ticket. Now everybody on the road sees your. Yeah, okay. Don't look. What you looking at, man? I can go on all of these stories about me driving down the road. They're ridiculous. Hey, fam! We'll be back tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw. Be looking forward to seeing you. And as my boy says, Sheik would say, please, I love me some like. Hit that like. Congratulations, Warriors! You don't play again for a few days, but I'm telling you right now, LeBron, I'm telling you, the King may get swept. I feel bad for him, man. He ain't got no help out there. LeBron, you got to go back and get Kyrie, man. You and Kyrie doing the Shaq and Kobe ain't gonna work, man. Well, y'all can't do without each other. That's embarrassing. Fam! Niner!